And Denise hits herself first thing in the morning.
It's not my morning. Wait,
we are live. Hold on. Hand me that. Last night, just hand me the damn.
She's trying to
unplug it. Woman.
Stop yelling at me. I'm trying to find the plug.
It's in your hand. It unplugs from the headset. Unplug it.
Oh.
Good Lord. Didn't we go through this like 2 weeks ago? Where you were saying, I can't get it to work. I can't get it to work.
It was me.
That was Denise. That was
me.
It was one of you, does. Man, Erin Hill, what did you do?
She was having a blast last night.
I know.
It was her birthday.
I don't know that I can fix this. Yeah, I don't know that this can be fixed. It come unglued completely.
Oh. She was jamming real hard.
Apparently.
Scotty's trying to fix some.
I may have
a headset.
May have to get some different ones because it looks like I'm going to have to
do you want these ones?
Figure it out somehow.
Here. They're cushioned.
Yeah, but all the rest of them stink.
Scotty, you need to clean up under this table. I was just joking.
You know video's running.
I know.
Do you need evidence for court?
That's why I said it.
The problem is you won't be here, so you'll have to trust that Doc's going to make sure I get convicted.
I can't convict my white man. I don't have but one of them.
Sounds like favoritism just got played.
What happened to the...
We will talk nice at your eulogy.
Okay, how do I plug this in?
How did you make it 40 years of life? How did you make it 40 years?
I had a bunch of people who helped me because I did their homework.
I see that.
Because I can't plug it into this.
You're right. You can plug it into right here.
Thank you. I'm glad everybody on video is watching. Doc, how did you get dressed this morning?
With some help.
With your mom? How old's your mom?
I can't hear. It's not in my ears.
See that little pink thing on your chest there? That's part of your headphones, fool.
This?
Oh my God, right here.
Oh, okay.
How did you make it?
What am I supposed to do?
Now gently squeeze it in and see if the volume starts working. How's it now?
I don't have volume.
You still don't hear nothing? No, let off the button. Nothing. Okay. Jeez Louise.
So
give her look under that cabinet over there where the girl's wine is and get her. Is it in all the way?
Something's going on. I heard you and then you went away.
Just give her the white headphones under there. Golly. And now I have to figure out how to take these damn things apart. She must have been really jamming out last night to
I can stick it.
You think you can, you think you can, you think you can.
Oh, I hate these. Okay. Say something, white man.
Death to all.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, you heard that?
Yeah.
I cannot believe this is why I need $180 times 4.
For what?
So that everybody can have the exact same pair of headphones I'm wearing now.
So if we wanted to get the ones like Doc has, the one with the earbuds, we need to get ones that don't have a speaker on it, right?
Yes, you need real earbuds,
right.
Not crap you have for your phone.
Not the ones that you get from Big Lots for $5?
Podcasters. Thanks for the coffee, though.
Yes, thank you.
It's your last cup. Enjoy.
Is it my last cup because you had? Can I ask that question? Hold on. Let's take this. Let's take this to the mat. In this case, let's take it to the mic. That's what we need to do. Is let's take this to the mic.
And remember, I have a serious conversation.
We need to get somebody to draw us up a ring so it looks like a boxer's ring and put us in the middle with our hands up and drop a mic in the middle and say, let's take it to the mic
There you
Oh,
go.
that's cute.
instead of let's take it to the mat.
We know anybody that can draw?
All right, y'all, don't forget, I have to pick the wife up at 9:25, so I guess I need to leave at 9.
Going live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here. So Doc's telling me that this was my last cup of coffee. And just because I need to ask the question, is it because you don't visualize going back to Starbucks ever again? Or that's A. Or B, you don't ever visualize being nice enough to buy me a coffee again? Or is it C, you plan on having some murder up in this joint?
Paracord and cement blocks.
Paracord, cement blocks, hashtag fish bait. Just saying. And we've already got
I
the
better make this coffee taste good.
make it taste real good. Good
And lawn
morning,
chairs.
everyone.
I'm
Hey,
worried.
baby.
I'm worried about that extra flavor in there right now. Is it arsenic?
You'll never know.
I got my lawn chair.
Well, if I die real fast, I will never know.
But don't worry, Scotty. You know, we will all take care of Crystal.
Yeah. So I've heard.
You know, I had a great time last night. I went to the Ocean Air.
You went to the ocean?
No.
She would have been
breathed in
better
the
off
air?
going to the ocean.
And you
She'd have been
breathed
better
out?
off going to Destin.
I'll be doing that in 9 days.
I know. I'm so jelly.
Did you would have been better off with jelly? Did you see what she did?
Oh, I forgot to send you the picture. So I ordered base scallops.
Stop. 4 scallops. Start back.
Okay, so I ordered
4.
it was,
Only 4.
it was $34.
Oh, and 1 lime, or excuse me, 1 lemon.
And Scotty goes, "Is that thing gold?" He's like,
I typed, no, my correct words was, WTF, have you lost your effing mind?
It was the Ocean Air.
Was it worth $34?
Oh my God, yes. It was incredible.
Were you still hungry?
How much does
No.
that cost for each scallop?
I'll tell you. Hold on.
I saw the picture and I thought, is there a second plate somewhere? You paid $34 for all you can eat air.
Is this a 4-course meal?
No.
4 course. There was 4 scallops.
So 34?
Yes,
$34. It came with a piece of
Each.
kale and a lime, or lemon rather.
Each scallop was $8.50.
They were so good though.
Were they worth $8.50 a piece?
They were. They really. I mean,
But they're
it's,
coming right out.
And
so
that's
it's
not-
like you're enjoying it
But-
long.
but it's the Ocean Air. I mean,
And they're not any more fresh than Red
Okay,
Lobster.
What's the big deal about Ocean Air?
okay. Ocean Air is a really swanky seafood
Obviously.
restaurant
It's
in
swanky.
Midtown Atlanta.
It's swanky.
But
Yeah.
where did these come from that they were $8.50 a piece?
Well, they're Georgia Bay sea scallops.
They want you to believe that, but you don't know that.
They came from Walmart.
They did not come from.
They came from the fish shack up there behind that Waffle House on Flat Shoals.
No, they did not.
You can get alligator up there. We went in there a couple weeks ago.
Did you get alligator?
No, but you can get it in there. We need to go in there as a scientific experiment because there's some
I eat
cool
there all the
food.
time
Is
You
there
eat where?
octopi?
at that fish place.
Pause. You eat at the fish place?
Or
Well,
you get stuff?
Hold. You talking about the little blue building
Yeah.
behind the Waffle House? Okay. And you eat there,
Well,
or you just get fish?
I get fish.
Okay, now unpause. I just had to ask these questions because I'm thinking you eat there.
Hey, do they have octopi there?
They sell everything.
They sell everything.
Crawdads, you suck a head again.
Scotty.
I heard that she does that
Very well.
Oh my God.
on crawdads, chick. On crawdads.
Well, that's what I was
That's
talking
what she
about.
was
Okay,
talking about
that's what
too.
I was
Oh my
hoping you were
goodness.
talking about.
Oh my
Golly.
Gross, so.
Yeah, it is gross. I hate sucking.
This
the hairs off
conversation went to the
crawdads.
gutter.
It's before 8 o'clock.
I was talking about crawdads.
I hear you.
Okay, so the PA.
Just because
I
daddy
go-
was crawling, don't make him a crawdad.
the PA I went to yesterday. I
The
was
who?
telling her-
The who?
Physician's assistant.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
We're
Our
talking about.
nurse practitioner.
I'm just trying to figure out how we went from sucking crawdad heads to a PA. I'm
No.
thinking, what? Hold on.
Ding.
No,
Subject change. Squirrel.
no. The
Or in
funny
your
thing
case,
is-
octopi.
the funny thing is she was asking about it. She's also a family friend, but she was asking about the Just for Fun and everything, and so she downloaded. She has an Android, so she has to listen through TuneIn. And so was like,
At least you can listen.
yeah. And so I told her, I was like, well, before 8 o'clock, sometimes we're kind
Be
of
prepared.
crazy.
Yeah.
So, Hi, Nancy, if you're listening this morning.
Good morning, Miss Nancy.
What up? Sorry, I just felt like being funny. What up? How you doing?
So yeah, but I'm not a seafood person. We're going back to the seafood.
It was really good though. And then
I can't see paint.
I had
Hold, please. What?
I can't see paint 850.
Okay.
I had a kamikaze.
Biatch, you had the kamikaze before you even got there, apparently, because you.
No, but look, I got.
I see a Cessna. $34. Sure.
No, but
you crashed and burned, man.
I had an incredible martini. They were regular $14, and he gave it to me for half price.
Because it's the low liquor.
No. It was happy hour. And he was like, you can get it for half price if you order it at the bar. I was like, oh, cool. Okay. So I ordered it at the bar. And he was like,
man, the people in Atlanta just make y'all into idiots.
So that made sense for her to get the $34 because she got a half price martini.
Yeah, I got a half. And then I also had clam chowder. I had a cup of clam chowder too.
Was that like $40?
I bet my aunt who makes it at all the family reunions probably could make it the whole crock pot full for what you probably paid for it.
I paid $10.
Oh yeah,
for a cup of clam chowder.
It was so good though. Do I get to come to the next family reunion, Scotty?
Oh hell no.
I'm kind of.
We already had one black one sneak through.
Oh.
Boom. No, I got to tell you funny. So here's a funny. So I had a cousin. And here's what's so bad. His name's Peanut. That should tell you.
That's not his real name.
Like his real
Calvin's
name?
his real name, but they
Okay.
call him Peanut. Peanut used to cheat on his wife. Peanut he had been a manager of all sorts of different, like McDonald's and Pizza Huts, and
Mhm.
So when you think of the man that's a manager of that, no matter what your age is, you're always going to be around young, naive girls.
Yes.
Okay. He had slept with every nationality of female that he could find.
Wow.
Every Thailand, he's hitting it. If Chinese, hitting it. Mexican, hitting it. Czechoslovakia, he'd hit it. If it was green with pink hair, he'd hit it.
Okay, but if he was single, then more.
No, he wasn't. He was married.
Well, crap. Then.
Oh wow.
So the funny thing is he got away with it until this little old black girl pops up pregnant.
Oops.
Well, that particular side of the family is extremely redneck. Can we talk about that one going over like a turd at a cupcake factory?
Ooh.
Peanut with a black baby. That was funny.
Wow.
But the thing is nobody had known he'd been cheating. He never told anybody in the family.
How did that go with his wife?
Nobody knew. It's not like any of the other cousins even knew. Nobody knew that he had been that playa. And then all of a sudden, child support recovery comes knocking on the door. And then he had to just go ahead and admit to everything.
So did they work through
I don't know. Nobody's really ever
spoke of it.
Nobody spoke of it.
Nobody ever really spoke. Now, I mean, like he's the baby's family. I don't even know at this age, the baby would have to be like Emmy's age at this point.
Oh, wow. It's been a minute.
So I have no idea. I probably need to find out about that because that is kind of interesting.
Yeah. Probably be cool.
Yeah. So anyways.
Well, you're my brother, right? I mean,
Okay, I'll make a deal with you. You take me to yours, and then I will take you to mine.
I will definitely take you to mine.
They
will be so
And
happy.
I expect some Popeye's chicken, some gravy.
Oh, yeah, they have all that.
I expect all that. I don't expect no friggin' $34 scallops. 4 of them, by the way.
I'm the only one in my family who eats like that. But the rest of my family, I mean, when they do their family reunions,
How should I dress?
Oh, just shorts and T-shirt. Just no Confederate flag.
Should I wear a shirt that says white power?
Yeah, no, don't wear that one, please.
And then at the bottom it says, no, really, this isn't about white power. It's about clean energy. It'll just confuse everybody.
Yeah, no, don't wear that one, please. Please and thank you.
Or I support all lesbians. I could put that on there.
Yeah, no, don't wear that one either.
I support all black lesbians.
Don't wear that one either. Please.
Man, if I'm supposed to be there for you, I'm supposed to support you.
Just wear a regular shirt. Just wear just.
I support anybody dumb enough to pay $34 for scallops. Can I get away with that one?
Scallops.
4 scallops. And then they're going to say, what, these people are for scallops? I'm like, no, not 4 scallops. She paid that for the amount of 4 scallops.
Crystal and I are going to go have dinner there one night.
You're buying.
Why do I have to buy?
Because there ain't no way my wife will pay that. I know my
Does
wife.
she like scallops?
Not that much.
It's the ambiance. I mean,
Well, they're going to share
The
it.
ambiance, I will buy you some damn candles at the dollar store, chick.
Look, her and Crystal are going to share the scallops. 2 apiece.
Well, actually, their
I'll kick
sides
somebody in their uterus. No. Look, if you're going to pay $34,
Mhm.
I'm going to give you a bit of advice. You catch a ride with us the next time that we go down to Panama City, and there's a all-you-can-eat buffet that the food does not sit on that buffet more than 6 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And we had Alaskan snow crab with, I mean, legs as long as that keyboard. And every 6 minutes, probably every 10 minutes, they bring them out. But it's cleared with, there will be a line of us standing there, $40. And it's all you can eat, fresh everything, scallops, shrimp, crab legs, everything for $40. We
Octopi?
pigged the freaking front doors out of that place.
Do they have octopi?
I have no idea.
What is your fascination with octopi this
I
morning?
just
Because it
saying
looks like a
octopi.
dildo or something
No,
to her. I don't know.
Scotty.
It's $7.53.
Scotty. Now,
Scotty.
we had this conversation the other day. You went to timeout. Do you want to go back to timeout?
I'm going to go
again?
get you the shut up mask.
Oh yeah, we need to shut up. So, anyways, yes, that's what we need to do one weekend.
I
Is
wanna
just
do
pack
that.
up. We have 2 minivans. Just pack up 2 minivans and take off to Florida. And they don't eat. And for me, here's for me. Let me word it this way. People get so offended when I say it like this.
Uh-oh.
People are too.
Most, yes, the wussification of America. Most people don't do what I do for a living. So they escape their reality and run to Bike Week. My problem is Bike Week has been my reality for many, many years.
Right.
Mhm.
So now I want to run to PC, and it's not to go do bike stuff.
He wants to run to politically correct.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
you want to
no,
get on
no,
the
no, 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 no.
politically correct train. All aboard.
But the catch is during Bike Week, there's a lot of great food deals because
Mhm.
they're trying to entice so many people. So I wouldn't mind riding down and not necessarily take the bikes, but just ride down because, we already said next time we're going to go, we wanted to go down to Navarre Beach.
Oh, where's that?
Let me just show you a picture of Navarre Beach.
We're
Okay.
going to Clearwater. You want to?
No, you
want
wanna-
to?
you wanna-
Suitcase?
You want to see clear
Ooh,
water? You go
no.
to Navarre Beach.
We're
that's
going
what I'm
to
getting at.
Clearwater.
Ooh.
Isn't Navarre Beach close to Clearwater?
I have no idea.
So I can get in your suitcase? David won't mind?
No. It's
Okay.
okay. Well, he'll get a big
Well,
enough
it's
one.
if you try to get in her trunk, he needs to worry.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, I went by and saw Karen at Gravity yesterday because, so it was a birthday party for comedian Reggie Jackson. And I was sitting at the table last night with some of like the coolest people in Atlanta. I was like, oh my gosh, Candy, one of the ladies from Candy Coated Nights was there. And Mia, who won, I want to say Last Comic Standing, and she has her own show on NBC. She was there. And we were just all hanging out. And so I gave Reggie the wine, the Rico, and she was like, what's this? I was like, a little taste of Conyers in Atlanta. And
So
she's
you
like,
took
"Aw."
Rico with you?
Uh-huh.
Ha, that's kind of cool.
I took Rico with me.
How did he open it or no?
I love Reggie. So we're sitting there, and their wine was like $14 a glass. Reggie's like, forget this. I got my own wine. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe you're going to do this.
Did he open it?
Yeah, she did. Reggie
Oh.
is a she.
Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
she.
Yeah.
So did she enjoy it?
She did. Yeah.
It's really.
She was
good.
like, this is cool. I was like, yeah. And I said, we actually have a little bit of culture in Conyers. And so I told her about the wine tasting and everything. And I'm trying to get some of the comedians to come sit into the morning show.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So hopefully we can work it out. They were like, what time do we have to be there? 12. I was like, no, it's a morning show. That means we need to be prepped and ready to go at 7:20.
Well, you remember that one comedian we used to have come in? She was ill because she needed to be here before noon.
Right.
It's like, it is called a morning show.
Well, technically, we could do something for about an hour. They can be here at like 8:30, and
They won't.
it's a sleep
No,
in
they
a
won't.
little bit.
No.
That girl wanted to stay in that room the night before.
Really?
And then I could just walk her down some coffee.
Oh,
Seriously.
wow.
and put her in front of a microphone.
She asked this?
Yeah. She even asked if I had a cordless mic one time. Well, you could just bring me coffee and hand me a cordless, and I'll just lay in the bed and talk. I'm like, okay.
If anybody gets that treatment,
Hashtag not effing happening.
if anybody got that treatment, that would be me and Crystal.
Hey,
There's our new word.
look at the
Hashtag not effing happening.
Look at the name of the picture you pulled up.
Yes. So, anyways, this right here is a picture of Navarre Beach.
That
I'm
is
gonna shoot that over
pretty.
to our YouTube. So if you're watching YouTube, so look at the big screen, ladies and gentlemen, just so you can get a better idea. That right there, you see look how clean the water is. You can see through the water.
Mm-hmm.
You can walk out 100 feet and the water barely be to your chest, and you can still see your toes like you're standing on the beach.
Nice.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh.
What we did find out is you can rent a house. That's a bridge that comes over to the little island. There's a little bar right there. There's a lot of picnic areas and stuff right here. And this is where everybody lays out. And then down here is more secluded. But look how that is. That right there you can walk out to. See, you can still see through the water. That right there is over your head.
Yeah, you see that shark too?
No.
I'm just kidding.
No, we haven't seen, we didn't even see any fish right there. I'm not to say that there isn't any, but that right there, look at that. And what we found out is we can rent a house. We can rent a house for 5 or 6 days
Mm-hmm.
for $1,200, and it sleeps 16 people.
Oh my gosh, let's do
And
that.
that's right outside of Fort Walton Beach. Look at that water, how clear it is, y'all.
So this
Look
beach,
up, Doc. Look up.
This beach is right outside of Fort Walton.
It's right. Let me say. Hold on. It's west of Fort Walton by about 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's 30 minutes, not quite 30, west of Destin, but it only takes 45 minutes to an hour to get to PC. So we were saying, instead of staying, we paid $1,250 to stay in a condo for 3 days at PC. I'm kind of like, let me get this right. We could have had 6 days for the same amount of money and had a house on the beach where we could have just opened the doors and walk out there. So our plan, and it's, of course, we're going to let the parents vote when we say this.
Okay.
But our plan is to go as a family, meaning, you know, me, my wife, see, there's Fort Walton, there's Panama, there's Fort Walton, and Navarre is right there. Actually, no, it's right there,
Okay.
right where that pin is. So the point I was trying to get at is, since you can rent different houses for different prices, of course, that hold different amount of people, but we were making the comment that it's just such an awesome idea that we said what we would do is we would all of us get together and decide, like if Rob wanted to take his family and then say you wanted to take yours. So what we're going to do is vote. Are we going to make it kid friendly or adult friendly? But at the same time, if you're going to go, you kind of want your family with you, because you're,
Right.
you know, we've already been there, done that. We already do things without our family. I think it would be super cool to have a door that walks right down to the sand, right to the water. We go take 2 of our pop-ups, you know, like my 12 by 12, my 10 by 10, and whoever else is 10 by 10 or whatever, take several pop-ups, you know, weight them down so that we don't have to, per se, sit in the sun all day. But I mean, come on, how cool is that?
Well, see, that's why
we all just sit out there, and we would have enough kids where we would all be watching everything.
Mhm.
And the kids kind of watch themselves a little bit, because we'd have such a huge bracket of kids, but we'd all just be playing and goofing off and have nowhere you have to be and no certain time to be back. And you're there for days. So like the first day, your mindset would be, you got to get there, you got to get unpacked. By the second day, you're thinking, what do we need to do? But by the second to third day, man, you're like in comfy zone.
Mhm.
You're like, man, I still got 4 days of this or 3 days of
See,
this.
that's why,
Oh my God.
That's why so we're going down to Clearwater for a week from the 17th to the 24th. And we have a 3-bedroom condo with like full kitchen and everything. And you walk out on our balcony, and our balcony has a spiral staircase that goes down to the pool, which goes straight out to the ocean.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, I'm so ready to be down there.
Oh, you're gonna be in
Like,
heaven.
So ready. I told Scotty, I was like, I'll call you in the mornings and
Yeah.
let you listen to the waves crashing.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Don't.
No, he already
don't
said
gloat.
yes.
It's not. It's not nice to.
It's
gloat.
not gloating. I'm sharing my
Sharing the
experience.
experience. So yeah, I was about to say the same thing. She's just sharing the experience.
Don't gloat.
But we love going down there in like October. We went. That was where we went we went down to the Redneck Riviera for our honeymoon. And even in October, it's still warm, and so you're not cold down there. You can still enjoy the water. But I mean, we got a week for a little over what you said. What did you say you paid for 3
We
days?
paid $12.50.
Yeah, for
And see, look at-
about 100 more. We got a week in.
And down at the other
Clearwater.
end, if you didn't say you didn't rent a house that was on the water,
Mhm.
that look how clear the sand is. Look at that. I mean, I'm telling you, people don't know Navarre Beach. It's like, look at that. It's just the best kept secret in the world. How many people do you see in that picture? Nobody.
There's one.
Well, it's
right
not
there.
a secret anymore. You just told all the
No,
thousands.
people,
There's somebody
people,
that's got-
nobody listens to me.
Oh,
What is wrong with you? Nobody really listens to me. Look at that. That is just amazing.
I see somebody.
It is so family down there. It's just so awesome.
I want to do it as a family trip.
So yeah, we're gonna go.
And that's another reason I'm excited about this trip, because the kids have been up to Virginia Beach, to that beach, but they've never been down to the Gulf
Right.
beaches, and so I know they're like super excited. They're counting down the days just as much as I am.
Oh, I'm sure.
I
Mommy,
can't-
how many days now? Mommy, How
17,092.
many days now? How many hours and minutes?
you should
Yeah.
do that heartbeat countdown because you know
Well,
We'll
I've
be
been-
there tomorrow.
I had one of those, but it took up so much memory in my phone. My mom
Oh.
has one, so she updates us because my mom's meeting us. Because like we're getting down there, and check-in's at 4, but my mom's flight comes in at 4,
Mhm.
so I can't decide if we're going to check in and then run over to the airport and get her, or just go get her. But
And then
with all
check
of our
in.
stuff in the car, I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
probably
how
need to check
it's
in
gonna
first.
be.
Oh, and I have books for Mackenzie to read on the way down.
She'll love you. She loves reading.
I know.
All right, now that we're done with snooze radio,
Okay,
we're gonna
so
shoot off the commercial.
when we get back, I need some assistance.
Uh-oh. What you need?
I'm scared when she says assistance. We'll be
You-
right back,
You need me to
everybody.
give you some assistance.
Shh. It's 8:04. Keep it
I was
clean.
offering to help her.
I know you were. We'll be right back, everybody. It's just for fun in the morning.
I don't like the poor people headphones. I want the rich people headphones back.
can't believe this got tore up.
Come on, Bella.
You would think there had to be a snap or something that would.
What are those headsets called? Those headphones.
These
Yeah. What are they called?
monsters.
Amazon. Monster headphones.
I mean, I know exactly what it would take to fix them, but damn.
Dude, is there anything that you can't fix?
They do sell, a company does sell these that have, elastic or whatever that you can put back over. I mean, you can do that. It's just,
Oh my god.
I'd have to go find them to do them. Copy Central.
Okay, they actually have Monster Cable Diesel in-ear headphones. Or no?
I don't know what you just asked me.
Oh, Beats HD by Dr. Dre.
Buying these headphones have been the worst thing I've ever done.
Which
Because-
one? Those? The Monsters?
Yeah, they sound great, but they just keep falling apart, man.
Well, that's because everybody uses them, Scotty.
No, that's not what I'm getting at. They sound good. They're just apparently cheaply made.
Hey, we need another.
I'm sorry. I was going to put a song on, so everybody hang tight.
I'm gonna get the Sente Bluetooth headphones. Can I use? I can't use Bluetooth.
No, it would be a mess.
I'm gonna get DJ style headphones. Let's look at those. Okay, maybe I'm not gonna get DJ style headphones.
Yeah, when you see what they cost, you change your mind.
Yeah, totally changed my mind. Oh my God, they have one pair of DJ headphones for $899.
Mm-hmm. I just told you, as soon as you see what they cost, you will change your tune on that one. What?
The dog is scared.
Oh.
Oh, yay.
This is rigging at its finest.
Oh, Scotty's fixing it for me so that I don't have to use the poor people headphones.
Oh, it's horrible though.
Little Richard sent me a picture and asked if the scallops were this big.
Yeah, I didn't get to say that, but yes, he did send pictures.
I sent him a picture back. I saw it. I sent him this picture back.
Oh my God, you paid $34. I love you, dog.
They were so good though. And I cut
This is
them.
ugly as all get out, but it will just be what it is. You just have to deal with it for right now.
I cut it into 8 pieces. I cut each
What
one.
happened to the cord? Okay, get that. Complicate things for you. I'll just make it easier.
Oh,
What?
Daddy. She's so cute. Daddy, pay attention to me.
Go away. I love you, dog, but the good Lord, you needy. Use the needy biatch.
You said the same thing about me the other day.
Hey, well, you didn't go away either.
Oh my God.
I go lay down. You smell. You smell. You stink. You need a bath. Go lay down. Go lay down. See, this company has theirs, and you can
Who is that one?
get.
That's Audio Tech.
Yeah, these are $180. But you need good ones. That's the catch. You just have to have good headphones.
I'm gonna have to sell ads or ads.
You're so funny.
Speaking of.
And then he goes, speaking of.
No. This is the reason I'm saying it like that. Look right here.
They got some for $49.
Don't touch the screen.
I was gonna just stop by there.
I still agree. You gonna do it on your way home from the airport?
Yeah.
The reason I ask is, I got to have the bus at a location.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna pop by there.
Right. Because if they don't, I'm not.
Okay. But I have 3 different. The number that you have is not the number that I have.
I just got, we have to suffer with a song because you're fixing headphones. Really?
They didn't want me to have the poor people headphones.
Well, wait, we'll go back to this.
I found them for $49, Scotty.
Good luck with that.
And they're not the kind he likes.
They look just like them.
All right, we're back. So we're having to suffer with a song because you're fixing headphones. Really? Yes, Doc is needy, man. She wanted the good headphones.
I didn't want because he gave me like the little kids headphones.
Here's what I recommend for you, by the way.
The $49 headphones from
No.
Amazon.
You can go to Fry's and you can spend $65 and get some earbuds that will sound pretty friggin' good. Or you can buy some headphones like what I'm wearing that will sound absolutely amazing for the low price of $180.
Nope.
Because these are actual
She'll
studio professional headphones versus Dr. Dre garbage Beats.
She'll stick to the.
I'm still looking at this $49. They're Audio Technica ATH M20X.
Hey, there's a pair of them right under there.
Oh,
They're that good.
where?
That's the point. They're in that cabinet over there. That's how good they are, Doc.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Common sense and play. Common sense and play. You get what you pay for.
Well, they have,
Except for when you pay $34 for 4 scallops.
they have 202 reviews.
But she cut them into 8 pieces.
I'm sure they have 200 something reviews. Have you read the reviews?
They're 4.5 star.
And you know what it
reviews.
is? It's people saying they sound great for $49.
Bet you it's not.
But most of the people that have probably bought those headphones have them plugged into an iPhone while they're walking down the road.
Probably.
This guy said that he uses them for recording vocals, and well, I'm not going to be recording vocals.
What are you doing with headphones on?
I'm doing radio stuff.
Talk radio, right?
Yeah, talk radio stuff.
Which means you need to hear yourself pretty clearly.
Was that like recording vocals?
It's a little different because most of the time they're shouting.
Oh, okay.
I just sometimes PhD just shove to the side and pull out some common sense.
I'm a little short on that.
I see that.
I'm about 3 pennies short.
Okay,
I'm staying quiet.
This
over
would be
here.
like me and you having an argument over DeWalt versus Ryobi.
Who?
Who?
Oh,
Everybody
I
that's
know.
listening gets exactly my point.
it's a tools, right?
Stanley versus Mac.
Well, Mac is a computer.
Or
Tools.
Snap on.
Tools.
Oh, tools. Okay.
I got that one. I'm proud of myself.
Okay.
That's not
So
fair.
what did you have to talk about when we came back?
Okay, so
that way I don't sound like I'm just picking on people.
oh, he does. He just wants the limelight off of him.
Okay, the difference of Starbucks and Waffle House.
Oh, yeah. Okay, totally. I get that. Oh,
I
my
knew
gosh.
I knew I had to fix it somehow for you to. I had to save
I get it. Okay.
it. Okay.
That's funny.
I knew
Shit,
eventually.
she lit up.
I knew eventually. Okay, Mac and Avon.
Yes, I totally get
See?
that.
See?
Totally. Okay. Yeah. I'm rocking and
Walmart
rolling.
drawers and Victoria's Secret.
There's no comparison, dude.
Walmart.
See?
I'm just kidding.
Panties do not come in a pack.
Walmart jeans and mall jeans.
American Eagle.
See, I knew if I just found your way of
Our
comparison.
niche.
Yeah, my niche.
Georgia Mall of Georgia, or Stonecrest.
Mall of Georgia all day.
See, I
All day.
knew, Tanger Outlet Mall or Lennox. I mean,
Lennox.
I knew that if I could compare the two.
He's just gonna keep going.
Okay, now what do you need assistance with, honey?
I need assistance to find. Okay, what happened is my son waited till last minute this morning to get me to sign something.
Mhm,
So I pull over right before I drop him off. I pull over in the school parking lot
mhm,
and he pulls out his reading log and hands it to me.
mhm.
I didn't sign it Tuesday night, but it was signed. And when I said something to him, he admitted right to it. But I need help in figuring out a creative punishment
Oh, well,
that will get.
Okay, make him sign your name 500 times on a piece of paper.
no, I think he should get to spend an afternoon at the library with Doc.
I'm all for it.
I think that would be a perfect.
Yeah, but that's not punishment. I will not sign my mother's name 500 times would be punishment. I hated that.
No, but what we'll do is we'll go to the library. We're going to pull 3 different books, and we're going to write summaries about the chapters.
That little boy, he's not going to. Really? How old is he?
8.
Okay.
Yeah, he can do summaries.
Oh, and the thing that's funny is I told him I was like, your butt is mine as soon as you get home.
Here's the
So
thing.
he has all day.
By you making him try to do a summary, he'll just stretch that out. You trying to make him write 500 times, I will not sign my mama's name. He's going to try to hurry. And then his hand's going to cramp. And then he's going to try to hurry more because he wants it over with. And the punishment alone of trying to make you hurry to write that sucks. Sucks because you are racing against yourself. Your hand starts cramping. I'm telling you, the teachers learned that would piss me off more than anything. So they did it.
Well, see, because Mackenzie has done it before. And so in front of him, I asked Mackenzie, I was like, what happened to you when you did this?
I just got writing sentences. Wow. He says, you're going way back. And I hated that.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Old
you,
school.
I'm
made
telling you,
Austin
as
do it.
boys, as little boys, you're going to force me to sit still. You're going to force me to write which I don't want to do.
Mhm.
And I got to erase myself. And what you do is this. You set him in front of a window where he can see the other two kids playing outside.
Yeah.
And say the words. As soon as you get done writing, you get to go outside. And then you hand the two kids outside some ice cream too. Man.
That just sounds so mean.
No crap. What do you
It'll-
think the point's for?
It'll make them not
Make
do
a
it again.
summary. You're going to take him to a nice air-conditioned, clean library.
You
where
can
he
have them
can
do
pick
the sentences
through-
there.
And I'm going to tell you something, sucker. You will be, what book would you like to go get? You would treat the kid like he's having a great day.
Like it's
You
a
know what that
reward.
would be? An afternoon with Captain Kangaroo. That's what that would be.
But see, and I thought about taking away his because he loves his Legos. He got Legos for his
No, that means
birthday.
nothing.
But
He'll find something
the
else.
past couple of days, I've been like, if you don't pick them up, I'm taking them away. I don't care.
Look, you just had somebody else tell you
Yeah.
to write and they hate it as a little boy. I'm telling you, that will piss somebody off. I tried writing because you're writing one line, I will not do this. And then you have to write, I will not talk in class. I will not talk in class. So then it got to the point where I was going, will. And I kept trying to find a system to beat it. There is no system to beat that. I'm talking, there was 8 to 10 pages front and friggin' back. There is no way to beat it. And they would make me, when they would tell me to do this, and it's a race against yourself. So when it's PE time, the kids go out to play, I was sitting in front of the window watching
Wow.
and writing. And then if you don't get it done, you in your mind, you think, okay, well, I didn't get it done. No problem. Today's only Monday. So Tuesday during PE, I was in there writing it again until PE was over. And then if it wasn't still done at 500, then we would do it Wednesday because the teacher knew how many lines was on that page. She already had it in her mind how many pages it was going to take.
Well, see, the thing with, I can just see it happen with him is I'll sit him down. He'll throw a temper tantrum because he doesn't want to do it. And
Okay.
I'm like, okay, well,
Do you know how you beat that?
what?
Either you get started now or I add 500 more.
There you go.
And then when he starts crying, go, okay, you've already got 500. I will not do this. Should I add 500 as I won't cry?
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
let me tell you something. I dated a girl that had this little girl that was, she let her little girl get away with everything. Well, one day she goes to work and asked me to watch her kid. So her kid starts acting a little bit of an ass. And I said, you know what? Go stand in the corner. She says, I don't have to. I said, I bet you sure as hell do. Go stand in the corner. And then so he goes and stands in the corner. She keeps trying to look over her shoulder and look at the TV. So I turned TV off. So then she started leaning on the corner, leaning with her hand against the wall. I said, get your hands off the wall. You're going to stand on your own 2 feet.
Mhm.
Well, then she starts whistling and starts snapping her fingers and trying to be stupid. And I went, I got something for you. Stand on 1 foot. Because then you can't lean on nothing and you stand on 1 foot. I made that little girl stand on 1 foot for an hour.
That is child abuse.
No, child abuse was what I wanted to do with that belt.
Oh my goodness.
But that kid respected me from that day on. She did exactly what she was told. What had happened is mama had let her get away with way too much. Well, let's just say this. Needless to say, me and that woman's no longer dating. Shall I tell you what happened after we quit dating? So after we quit dating, a couple years go by, the girl turns 13, starts becoming a little whore. Okay. By 16, she's done got herself in all sorts of trouble. Knocked up, got a baby. Come on, should we go on down the road?
No, you can stop there. See, okay, I guess I was a little different in school because I didn't have anybody to play with. So when kids would get in trouble for like writing sentences and stuff, I would do their sentences for them at home that night.
Yeah, well, we didn't get to do that. You had to do it right there.
You're not writing Ty's sentences.
I wouldn't.
See, I told you a day with her at the library would be like a day with Captain Kangaroo.
And Little Richard said on college ruled, not standard.
I'm telling you, let me tell you, one girl I dated, her and her two kids lived with us. And Emmy, of course, would come back and forth on the weekends. And I had made the comment, you need to clean your room up. The little boy didn't want to clean his room up. And I looked at Emmy, I said, please tell him what's going to happen if he don't clean his room up. Now, my house that I had was built on stilts, like a beach house, and then the basement was closed in. So, but technically, the living was upstairs, and so we had a nice set of steps that go up to a big deck. And I said, "Please explain to John what's going to happen." And I walked out of the room, and she said, "So here's what's going to happen if you don't clean this up. My daddy's going to walk in here with trash bags, and he's going to pick up all your clothes. He's going to walk over to the edge of that porch." And at the time, we had 5 Great Danes and Bella. She said, he's going to walk to the edge of the porch, and he's going to take his pocket knife out, and he's going to cut that bag in half and just let all your clothes hit the ground. She said, and them dogs will destroy everything you own.
Wow.
Needless
to say,
he cleaned his room up. Because if you're going to treat your stuff like trash, I will help you treat your stuff like trash.
I think that's I'll bring in tomorrow what he writes tonight so I can show you.
But if you don't, people say, well, you can't treat kids with fear. The problem is all you PC dum-dums that don't treat your kids with any manners, what do you think they're getting away with?
My kids have manners. They do.
Did I... Miss Guilty Conscience, did I say you?
You said
I wasn't looking at you. I wasn't
looking.
I was looking at that camera.
No, you weren't. You were looking at me because you were turned just
like
that.
That is a guilty conscience because I was not addressing you. Did I say you, Doc? No, I did not. Signs of a guilty conscience. That's a sign. No, ma'am, that is a sign that you are questioning your own actions. Listeners, everybody chime in because I know all of you know how to chime in. You tell me if that did not sound like an admission of guilt.
That was not an admission of guilt.
Why are you looking at me? I wasn't looking at you. I was looking at the camera. And on top of that, I did not say Doc.
No, because that's one of the arguments that I used to have with my ex-husband all the time was that I was too, I wasn't a disciplinarian, and I'm not, but the kids do what I need them to do. I just don't have to go to extreme measures.
I don't either.
To get it done.
My daughter doesn't cause me a whole lot of problems. You know why?
Exactly.
Because she knows the bad. I looked at my daughter. I've spanked my daughter one time and one other time. And it was over something really simple and stupid. It wasn't anything major. It was just an attention getter. And after that, if she started to show her butt, I just lift the front of my shirt up and go, you know what's coming next, right? And she just stopped. Whatever it was she was doing, she just stopped.
Well, and I got this one also. Have him write what he did and explain why he did it. Then he needs to explain a better choice he could have made and write what makes that choice better.
I like that idea. I love that.
And what he needs to do is take a card. He needs to take a piece of paper with your signature on it. He needs to take it to Office Depot, let them make him a rubber stamp, and then from here on out, he just stamps your signature. No more forgery problems.
Whatever.
Okay, so when I was younger, I kept changing the station on my dad's truck after he told me to stop. He ripped the radio out and threw it out the window. I have been known to do stuff like that. That is funny because I've done that.
Say that one more time.
When I was younger, I kept changing the station on my dad's pickup truck radio, and he basically ripped our radio out and threw it out the car.
Yeah, but why are you going to make yourself suffer because of what somebody else does?
As a guy, we don't care. It's my radio. I can replace my radio anytime I want.
But that's money.
Hey, let me tell you something. I had somebody who wouldn't turn the light off, and I kept demanding for it. I went and got my Dykes. I walked into that room, friggin' cut the cord right off the lamp.
But see, I don't understand why.
It doesn't matter because we can buy more.
But that's
doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if we're going to prove a point. It's go big or go home.
So you'd rather spend more money on something?
It's that or I'm going to take the lamp and I'm going to beat you in the head with it like it's a Louisville Slugger.
That might work better. I'm just kidding.
That sounds like going to prison.
I know.
So that it's.
Because I know some people that are that.
Hold
way
on,
too.
phone call. And now I know why they couldn't hear any phone calls last night. Somehow or another, the ringer got turned off. Let me tell you, Steve kept touching so many buttons last night. If this would have been NASA, he could have called something to self-destruct. All right, go for it, little Richard.
I look at it this way. It takes extreme measures at least one time to be able to prove a point. And if you don't go through extreme measures, they always see you as a pushover every time. So, if it takes my daughter's 13 now, and but back before middle school, that sort of thing, there were times where I had to punish her to a point where the extreme was what was necessary. So don't think of it as a bad thing, as extreme, because it's not something we do every time. It's something we do at least, a good one solid time.
One good time. It
proves the point. It says next time you'd already know what's coming, and it was extreme.
And see,
but
and I used to tell Beth,
never a next time.
Beth would do something stupid with her phone. I said, let me tell you something. I'm going to sling that thing like a hockey puck right out there in the middle of that lake. And Crystal's like, you'd have to buy another one. I said, no, the hell I won't. You piss me off to the point I'm throwing that thing out there. There's no coming back from that. Mm-hmm. That's like when you call somebody the see you in Tahiti word. If I say it, I don't plan on there being another time. You don't have to worry about saying, well, if you call me that, you'll never do it again. Trust me, if I do it, it's because I don't plan on ever talking to you again.
Well, see, and I got the repetitive writing only serves to reinforce a distaste for writing, which I can kind of see. And reflective writing helps your child learn problem-solving skills.
I like the reflective writing.
And y'all need to put down your water bong because apparently you're blowing your brain cells.
I'm not talking to you.
And you can't make a promise that you don't intend to keep either.
Right.
Don't keep telling the kid every time, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that.
You do
and never fall through with it.
Right.
If I'm going to tell my kid the extreme and say, look, I'm fixing to, like Scotty said, throw your phone out in the lake, then you better believe it. If you do it wrong, if you do whatever I'm telling you not to do again, it's gone. It's going to go out in the lake.
Yeah.
So don't expect me to falter and say, well, I thought about it and I really don't see the need for it.
Right.
You start rethinking yourself and you're not doing the punishment.
And on top of that, the reflective writing, do you know what's going to be happening while somebody's writing reflective writing?
What?
The pencil will be like, I know better. I should not have done this. And in his mind, I know better. I should have had a better way to get away with this.
Yeah.
Anytime that you're not forcing punishment, but you're asking them for their opinion, you're asking them to say, Richard, please tell me what you think I want to hear.
I disagree.
Oh my God.
I disagree.
No kid wants to do it. They're just going to tell you whatever it takes to shut you up.
That's why I didn't.
I was a devil child. I'm telling you, don't tell me I'm lying. I know I would tell my mother whatever it would take to shut her up.
But see, I don't shut up though. It's like, because once you tell me something,
I know.
Once you tell me one thing, then I take it to another level. I'm like, well, now, how would that make you feel if I did that? What if I took something of yours and I signed your name to it and then I got away?
What are you going to light some candles, hand me some tofu and sing Kumbaya? I'm going to tell you whatever it takes to shut you up.
I've never. That's why I never told this morning when it happened. I just looked at him and I was like, when you get home.
No, what I probably would have done in my situation, I'd say, so you wanted my signature, huh? I'm going to go into school in just a few seconds and I'm going to sign you up and I'm going to make sure I write my signature down for all the after school PE, cleaning, whatever, dumping trash cans, whatever. And then he would have got out of the car going, uh-oh. So, yeah, so you wanted my signature? I'm signing you up for boot camp. See you later. Have a great day and eat your Twinkie because it's going to be your last one.
And then I did what I hated growing up. I'm disappointed in you.
I just got from Chris, oh my God, reflective writing. And it might as well say really behind it because I know that's what he's saying.
Well, I just got from a listener that said, I've taken my child into the school and made them face the teacher and admit what he did. And
embarrassing him will actually make him not want to do it again.
And properly apologize to the teacher. And the teacher was also aware of what he did.
Right. I got this. Asked daughter when she was 6 to clean her room for 3 days. She did it on the 3rd day. I backed the truck up to the window and threw everything in the floor out and took it to the dump.
Yep.
Sounds like something I would do.
Well, here's a
hold on 1 second. Alex on the see you in Tahiti word. He says it's just a word. I'll call everybody that. But that's also because that's in your lingo and apparently y'all do. But here in the South, when you call a woman that,
that's real offense.
That's the end of the road for most women. All right, Rich, go ahead.
I recently had a situation where, and this involved my daughter a little bit, but I had a gentleman say, I mirror my daughter's iMessages on my phone. In other words, when she gets an iMessage, I get the same one.
Okay? Yeah, I know a few people do that.
I didn't know you could do that.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's
well, I have to
super
protect
cool.
my child. So
I didn't know. Put it this way, just quick interruption. When Emmy was fixing to move in here, I wasn't aware of that feature. And then one day her mom walks up to her and says, so when are you moving into your dad's? And we couldn't figure out how she knew about it. It's because she'd been reading Emmy's messages the whole time.
Wow.
So she saw everything where I called her POS and everything. It was kind of funny.
Gotcha. Well, there was these. What's that?
Nothing. Doc, we almost spit her coffee across the microphone, giggling.
I got you. Well, I had a situation where a boy at my daughter's school decided he wanted to, say a few coarse, dirty words and call my daughter a hooer and things of that sort on an iMessage. Well, it was 2 boys at one of the boys' houses, and they were just goofing around. But there were some pretty graphic, F word and this, that, and the other involved in the text. Well, of course, I got it. Well, I'm reading it, and I'm like, wow. So I went directly to my daughter and said, what's this? She said, that's Ryan from school, blah, blah, blah. And she goes into the details, and she says, he's just a butt, and he's just doing this and all that. And I'm like, well, guess what? I know where the other kid lives. I says, we're fixing to make a trip. So I loaded my daughter up, and we went over to this boy's house. And, long story short, I knocked on the door. The dad of the second child, who didn't type anything, came to the door and answered. He said, yeah, both of the boys are here. Like, yeah, have Ryan come out here and visit with me. And he came out to the porch, and I asked him, I said, I need to get from you your parents' telephone number. And I've commenced into calling his parents right there in front of him. You talking about embarrassing? I guarantee you he will never do that again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was shaking. He thought I was going to hurt him, but I wasn't going to touch him.
Right.
I just wanted to make the point what you did was wrong, regardless of whether you were joking or whatever.
Right.
But his parents didn't know he used that kind of language.
See?
See,
I'm too vocal of a person, and I tell people all the time, I don't have to punch you. I can open my mouth and say very, very hurtful, mean things, and I don't even have to leave my couch to do it.
There you go.
But my wife also looks at me and goes, take it back. Don't say that. Take it back. Because I'll get so mad, be like, I wish death upon his whole family. And that's the nice way I say it. That ain't the real way I say it. Because when I get mad, when I say what I say, you hear vengeance in my voice. And I try not to be that guy anymore. But at least now, because I've learned to control my physical part of my anger, I'll explode, say what I need to say, and not have to start throwing stuff.
Yeah, and that's why you have a safe word.
That's right.
Safe word. My daughter just sent me a text and said the worst thing that I ever did was talking to her. She's like, because mommy, you talk for hours.
See, that's torture all by itself. So, Al, back on the see you in Tahiti word for just a quick second. Alex, who is foreign tongue to us, he does have his own little lingo. And he says the women, he said he uses the word all the time. And he said the women I know must have just been accepting, I guess. He said they got used to it. He said, but I don't use it as an insult either. Well, I did. When mine would be shut the front door, you see you in Tahiti, that's very insulting. So anyways.
Yep.
So I just looked at his Class Dojo. Have you heard of Class Dojo?
Uh-huh.
I just looked at his Class Dojo yesterday, and you either get a point or like a thumbs up or a thumbs down for certain stuff. You got a thumbs up for a signed reading log. So I'm sending the teacher a message right now. So we'll go from there. I mean, like, we're already be dealing with it tonight, but I just wanted to let you know what's going on.
And see, back when we were in school, man, like if we screwed up bad, the teacher would walk outside and tell the coach, even though it's elementary school, but he's still called coach. When the other kids got to play dodgeball or kickball or basketball, because what they would do is some of them would either do kickball and dodgeball, would be one of the two, and then the others could go to the basketball court and shoot basketball. But you were not allowed just staying around. If he's seen you standing around talking, he's yelling. But he would make you, if the teacher told him to, he'd make you just walk laps while everybody else was playing. The thing is, we didn't have a track. You were just walking around in dirt and wet grass. Well, guess what? Wet grass on your shoes then holds the dirt when your feet hit the dirt. And so whatever you were wearing got real nice and dirty, and you just kept walking laps by yourself. And if somebody else was walking laps, they couldn't walk next to you. If he caught you and that other person talking, he'd add 5 more laps. So, yeah, I'm telling you, man, the world needs to have a little more punishment.
Yep.
Because we didn't get away with stupid stuff a whole lot back then.
No, we
Right.
didn't.
Kids that sit there and get talked to about things and all that, and, they just get put in a little bit of timeout and that sort of thing. Timeout is the politically correct murder. I mean, all it is just a opportunity for kids to plot against.
Right.
Well,
Here's my listen. Here's my interpretation of today versus yesterday or yesteryears. Today's Doc. Do you know why I brought you to the office? Do you know what you did wrong? Do you think you're ever going to do it again? I certainly hope not.
Well, you left out one.
What?
I always say you made my heart so sad.
Jesus friggin' Christ. No wonder they don't care. So in my years, you would walk into the office. They would be, sit down, I'll be with you in a second.
Yep.
So then you got to sit there and be freaked out.
You just got to sit there and wait.
Yep. The anticipation of not knowing what's coming next.
And then when you come into the office, I remember one that was the assistant principal. He was the head of disciplinary, Mr. Hogan. And Mr. Hogan would be like,
Hulk?
just shut up. God. I'm sitting here trying to put on a little skit here, and y'all just shut up. God, I see why your kid has a problem now. So the principal would be like, instead of, do you know why I brought you here? Hell yeah, I know why you brought me here. Duh, I got caught. But my principal would be like, look, boy, you know why you're here. You keep on, and I don't know what we're going to do with you, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you this is how it's going to be. And he would just go ahead and assign to you whatever crap detail there was, like cleaning the hallway after school. And the problem is, in our high school, if I saw you cleaning the hallway, I would purposely throw crap in the hall.
Oh my gosh.
You
That's
figured there was 200 lockers on that hallway and all of us saw you cleaning the hallway? What do you think happened? People were dropping dip cups with Copenhagen spit in it. People were pulling leftover food out of their lockers. People was purposely putting, and your job just got worse. Now, do you think you wanted to get caught again? Hell no, you didn't want to get caught doing it again. There wasn't none of this feelings. They didn't care how you felt.
That's just not nice.
I had a similar-
that attitude, that PC crap attitude is what is wrong with the wussification of America.
Yep.
Who cares how you
situation-
feel? If you had any feelings, you wouldn't have done something wrong, right? So if that person did something wrong and didn't care about anybody else's feelings, then why should we care about their feelings? Kind of goes back to my point. If you rape somebody, if that goes back to my point of once you violate my constitutional rights of freedom, I don't believe you should have any.
There you go.
They're children. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's why they need to be taught.
You know what? And that's why I'm gonna have to.
From Alex, they're babied and pampered, to which makes them entitled little, see you in Tahiti's, with no backbones, that they think the world revolves around them. I hate today's kids, little wussy pricks that will stab their friends in the back. And that's
Tell us how you really feel, Alex.
That's a pretty clean version.
Alex, go ahead and tell us how you really feel.
Don't hold back.
Don't hold back.
Yeah, at all.
But he is entitled to his opinion, just as much as we all are.
Oh yeah. And my principle was kind of similar to yours, but my punishments were different. We we would go into the office, and after the second time in the office, Mr. James was our principal, and he'd look at you and he'd go, "Son, why are you in here again?" He said, "You knew what was coming," and he said, "Assume the position," because they paddled back in the day.
Oh wow.
And that was straight up. They would get it looked like the bottom of a boat oar that had holes drilled in it. And I mean, it was straight up a paddling. He'd give you 2 licks the first go round, or the second time you were in the office. And the next time was like 5 licks.
Now, I mean, if you really did something to deserve that, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
because let me tell you something.
A few times.
I got caught. I'm gonna tell you how bad of a kid I was when I wanted to be that bad, because I knew everybody. My wife. Let me word it this way: my wife and my kid says you can find a loophole in everything. I say if you are going to do something that I consider extortion, if you're trying to bully me or beat me in something, and you're not doing it the right way, then the same words you use, I will use against you. The same thing we had with the God is dead in the school system. If you can't put up God stuff in school, then you can't put up Satan stuff either, because they both revolve around the same Bible. So that's my point. If you're going to try to bully me by words, I'm going to use your rules against you. So with that being said, I got caught for skipping school. 6 weeks of skipping school.
How do you skip school for?
And when they caught me skipping school, it was because I was in somebody else's school.
Seriously?
I was still in the same county. I just wasn't in the right high school.
How do you skip school for 6 weeks? I mean, all the work that you missed.
Leave it to the PC bandit.
Yeah, talk about the miss.
I didn't care. Apparently, if I skipped 6 weeks of school, I didn't care. I went to school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. My car broke down. I just started driving, so my car broke down. So I fixed my car. So then Monday was like whatever it is, Labor Day, Memorial Day, whichever one that comes in the fall. And I think that was Labor Day. And so we were out that Monday. Well, then Tuesday, I came to school, but I left like 5 minutes after being there. Let's go. Come on. A bunch of people hopped in the car. We left. I got caught at the same time midterm report conference came out, which was 6 weeks later. But I got caught in a different school. And so my mom drives me to school. The principal looks at me and says, "Are y'all ready for this? Because this is classic. I'm going to put you in in-house suspension for 2 weeks."
Oh, I loved in-school suspension.
And I looked at him and said, "No, the F you're not." And he looks at my mother, kind of that dumb look you got on your face. He looks at my mother and then looks back at me and says, "No, you didn't just say that." And I said, "Sure as F did." He says, 2 weeks home suspension. I said, "See you in 2 weeks, boss."
That's what you wanted.
And my mom looked at him and says, "You're an idiot.
That's what you wanted.
You are an idiot." And he says, "How dare you?" My mother's like, you're an idiot. He just skipped 6 weeks of school and you just sent him home for 2 more. And he goes, well, he'll fail. And she says, you do realize he doesn't care? He just skipped 6 weeks of school. He doesn't care. But at the time, at 16 years old, I had to make the decision whether I was going to quit school or not. And I got back from my little hiatus. They kept giving me crap. I walked in there and said, I quit. Give me my paperwork. And they were forced to. They were forced. They get, because that was the law. They gave me my checkout paperwork. I walked over to the parking lot that went into the Avondale Mall area, and they had started locking the fence, which is illegal, by the way. But they had it locked. I climbed the 8-foot fence. Dang, if the school cop didn't show up on one side of the fence, and a DeKalb County cop just happened to be going through the parking lot, he pulls up. So I'm on the DeKalb County. I'm in the mall parking lot with now a DeKalb County cop, mall security, and then on the other side is the school cop. And the school cop's running his mouth. The DeKalb County's standing there asking me what's going on. I had a sealed envelope, and I just handed him the envelope and looked back at the guy on the other side of the fence and gave him the bird. The DeKalb County cop says, well, be careful walking home.
Wow.
Needless to say, I ended up at another school shortly after that because I was just done with that one. But you know what it all goes back to? No discipline at home. My mother worked all the time, and no respect and no discipline in DeKalb County schools. So there you have it, everybody.
Let's take a break. This is getting too deep.
And then I got to do nursery rhyme, and then I got to go to the airport.
That's right. All right. Thanks for calling, Hello, Richard.
Bye, little Richard.
All right. Bye.
Later.
All right. Which nursery rhyme do you want to do?
We're going to reflect on our feelings while we're on a break. And Doc's going to make me do a summary on how I reflect on my feelings.
No, I'm going to make you do a summary on why you behave the way that you do. And
because I'm a product of my environment.
I don't know. These are all good.
I'm a product of my environment. How do you want me to write it?
Well, I want you to think about things that you could do better. How
we're going to commercial. We ain't listening to this. We'll be right back.
Which one do you think?
Alex,
I think.
Read what Alex said.
Wow. But see, that word doesn't even have the same meaning over
Not
there.
for him. I
Yeah.
know.
What
That's,
did he say?
but see, hit over there, that means different too.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on. Battle, battle up.
Yeah.
Come on, Bella.
Oh my God. And what's funny is you got to leave at what time?
Like 9 o'clock, because her flight gets in.
And we're going to have to leave you and her.
I
remember?
told you already. I
know,
wasn't
but
doing
wasn't
that.
Funny?
Yeah.
And now we don't have to, but you do.
But I do.
How are you going to run this if I was leaving, you know?
Because originally she wasn't supposed to be here until noon.
Oh, so see, hers changed too?
Yeah. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, now I'm glad that we just, because what that means is I'll pull, or do we leave it in good faith for a couple more days? My problem is we ain't gonna hear nothing.
We're not.
What day is it?
Yeah.
Let me potty. What's the day today?
The A. But you see, when I sent that message, though, Monday. Did you load 2 songs?
Yes.
Okay. Oh man.
I want your shoes.
Hey, let's go.
Okay, so next time you go, get me one and get you another one.
I know, right? Okay, so which one are we gonna do?
I feel like, dude, get low.
Okay.
Oh, did he leave him there?
Yeah. Ouch. Oh, Bella, you surprised me. You surprised me, Jesus.
What time is their flight coming in now?
9:25.
Or what time was it coming in?
Noon.
Oh.
A little frustrating, but it's okay. Oh, Bella, you and your breath. Your breakfasts.
Oh. You're so sweet. So are we ending the show early, or are we just
I don't think
keeping
so.
on going?
I think you and Scotty are going to keep going.
Yeah, come get her. She wouldn't let me.
There's a pretty
I
girl.
hugged her over the couch. I hugged her over the couch, and then she wouldn't let go.
So sweet.
Zay,
You gonna do the show with us?
No, I've got to take her back upstairs, but
Say. Say.
She's like, there's so many things I can touch right now. Look at her looking at me.
What does Pop have? Hmm? What
all
does
right, you
Pop
ready to go back
have?
upstairs? Come on. I love you.
She wants the star he was playing with.
I love you. I'm sorry, Zay. Let's just get Hannah real quick.
Run, Scotty, run.
Such a sweet girl.
Oh, she's crying.
Oh.
Oh.
I got some important news to tell y'all.
You're going to have a baby. Is that the important news?
Hold on. All right. I'm back. I run upstairs. I have to run downstairs.
And then run back upstairs.
And then the baby, I hugged the baby, and the baby wouldn't let me stop hugging her. And then she comes running around the couch and grabs me. I bring her downstairs. I have to run her back upstairs. So I got some important news to tell you.
What's the
What?
important news, honey?
You notice I changed?
Yes.
That Starbucks coffee's potent.
That's why he changed.
I sharded.
Well,
I just ruined a pair of shorts. Everybody, I'm going to go ahead and admit to it.
I
So
got
why
him.
is that important?
I got him the 3 triple shots.
Jesus Christ. I'm standing in the bathroom. Me and Doc's talking about a sponsor. And I was like, I'm going to fart. I'm going to leave this in there for them. And I went, uh-oh, that wasn't a fart.
That's what you get.
That's what you
That's
get.
what you get.
It's 9 a.m. and at like 8:52, and ruined a pair of gray shorts.
I love it. I love it.
That's why
what
men
you
should wear
get.
underwear, at least to catch.
Oh my god.
That's what you get. Boom.
So that's the important.
So I'm running up the steps going, ow, this sucks. Because my knee, I'm having to be careful how I'm running. And Doc's like, oh, man. I'm thinking, hope she can't see this on the back of these shorts. I shorted. I'll admit to it.
Okay.
That triple shot espresso, good
Don't you
God
hate when
almighty.
that happens?
It will clean your system. So I know we either just lost listeners or made people giggle.
Jacob's going, ha 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 ha, ha.
Yeah, everybody laughs.
Hey, y'all better be careful giggling. Y'all might also.
Okay.
I'll admit mine. I share everything with my life. I don't hide a whole lot.
I still don't understand why that's so important. He's like, I got something important for you.
I know. I was like,
Because
okay.
I was waiting for one of you to try to bust me out on why I have on different shorts. And I knew I'm the kind of guy I will slice my own throat before I let you.
Well, see, I was in Zayland, so you could have been wearing a pink tutu with a purple hat, with a green umbrella.
Okay.
Well,
I'm just saying.
All right.
All right,
I
give me
just
my bus.
assumed you were going somewhere right after the show, and you had to go like haul behind as soon as
I
you
do. I hauled behind, all right.
Oh, he said, "Good thing your studio isn't far from your dresser."
Man, no doubt, right?
Oh.
Thank God I made it.
And then Little Richard said, "I think the back of my head is about to split. I'm laughing so hard."
That's why I wanted to go ahead and just bust myself out and tell everybody so that everybody could get their giggle on, because it was funny. There's no doubt behind that. It was a funny.
I'm going to get you a triple shot of espresso every day.
My colon will love you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
Colon cleanse.
Okay, so Denise, I kind of changed it. The wheels on the bus go round and round. It's nursery time with Doc. Come on, boys and girls. I need everyone on the bus. You know that sound. That means it's time to sit crisscross applesauce. Here we go. Good morning. I see Scotty. I see Denise. Oh, and look, I see Jacob. Now, today, boys and girls, we always ride on the hip hop school bus, but today we're going to ride a very special bus. We're going to ride on the Double Dutch bus. There is a Double Dutch bus coming down the street, moving pretty fast, so kind of shuffle your feet. Now get on the bus and pay your fare, and tell the driver that you're going to a Double Dutch affair. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Well, I'll be darned. Here it comes. The Double Dutch bus is on the street. You better get off the curb and move your feet. Bus, fare, trans, pass. That's the way my money lasts. Ain't got no car to get around. Oh, my goodness, friends. He has no car. When I go to work, I got to go downtown. Now, I've missed my train. That's a darn shame. When I'm running late, no sleep's to blame. Oh, my goodness, boys and girls. That's why we have to go to bed at night, so that we don't wake up and miss things in the morning. If you've got a wife, you know I'm right. Got a special man? Well, I can understand. Uptown, downtown, everybody's getting down. Say uptown, say downtown. Well, I missed the bus. I know I'm late. I got to do something I know I hate. I'm going to walk to work 15 blocks. I already got a hole in my socks. Go ahead and laugh. That's okay. It's what I really want to say. I got bad feet. My corns hurt. To top it off, I'm late to work. Let me show you what I say when I'm doing that funky sidewalk. Let me show you how to walk when I got to do a funky walk. I say, sugar. All right, boys and girls, that's all we have time for today, but I promise I'll make it up to you tomorrow. So that is Hip Hop Rhymes with the Doc.
Wow.
What?
Has you got another one?
No, I got to go.
Man.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, friends. But tomorrow I'll have a very special surprise for you. Okay, I love you guys.
Okay. All right, there we go. That's enough of that.
I just got
You just got what?
I just got a text that says the one time I watched Scotty himself. You know that it was Bubbles.
Oh, I tell you, man, it was bad. That triple shot espresso was a little rich on the belly.
The one time I watched.
And it was so funny because I'm like, yep, I'm going to leave a fart in here. And I know we're grossing everybody out, but it's still funny. I'm like, yep, I'm going to leave a fart in here for one of them.
Karma is
And then it was like, uh-oh. I mean, it was a total, uh-oh.
Karma. At least you can run upstairs.
So I come running out of the bathroom naked because I used the hall bathroom. So I'm running to my bedroom. I get changed. I run into my wife's at the sink and I said, "You'll never believe this. I just sharted." She goes, "No." I was like, "Yes." I said, "Doc brought me a triple blah, blah, blah." And she's like, "Oh my God, why would anybody hype you up anymore?"
Hey, before you leave, Jacob says Tay says she's a huge fan of your nursery rhymes.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah,
Sorry, I was taking a drink of my potency.
of your potency. Don't go in the bathroom and giggle. Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
Tomorrow I'm going to get Scotty the quadruple.
I'll take a quadruple shot too now.
He's gonna be wired.
I need it, man. We need to start going to the gym. So what we need to do is after the show, we need to start going to the gym. My knees getting a little better. I mean, if I just walk on the treadmill and pay attention to how I walk, I'll be okay.
We can do meetings on the treadmill.
That's my point is we can stand on the treadmill and do the same talking that we do here.
Mm-hmm. Just haul butt over to the gym and then sit there and do all our talking.
And now, are you going to join Planet Fitness?
I want to.
You want to, or you are?
Yes, I will.
No, I'm not forcing you. I was asking.
No,
I didn't know what
I can walk in a boot. So
because it's $10 a month if you just want just a regular membership.
Mm-hmm.
But $20 a month gives you tanning bed, massage table, and you can take a guest anytime you want.
Yeah.
So that's what Doc has. My wife has. So that's the thought is Doc could take me.
I don't think Doc needs to tan.
Believe it or not, I said we used to have a tanning salon that was a sponsor, and I used to make that joke. And there's vitamins that you get from it, and there were some people that actually did. And I questioned it.
Really?
Because I thought it was the funniest thing ever. Yes.
Interesting.
Believe me, I went, no, he. No. I'm standing there one day. I'm like, no, he didn't just come out of the tanning bed. And she says, yes. I went, I know this is going to sound very racist, but why would he want or need to tan?
Does it help their?
It's vitamins and stuff. It's certain vitamins that people have vitamin deficiencies,
right?
And you get vitamins from that.
But you also get skin cancer.
Well, I'm sure if you do it enough, I'm just saying.
True.
So, anyways, what else you got? We're at 9:08 and Doc's shagging Ash.
Yeah, shagging Ash. I don't. Oh, what about that? In Florida, there was a woman that was doing laundry. She was in her garage and heard a hissing sound. And she was loading stuff into the dryer. There was a king cobra under her dryer that had been escaped for 5 weeks from a guy down the street.
Mm-hmm.
So animal control came out, got the king cobra and brought it back to the owner. I'm like, wow. Kill that thing. It's a deadly snake.
Well, if he's permitted to have it, then you know.
But if you can't keep up with it, then you don't need to have it. Be careful.
But it's highly possible, though. It's highly possible that it may be non-venomous at that point. If he owns it, it's possible that it's non-venomous.
How do you make
They defang them.
Okay, but it still has.
Or devenom them, or whatever it is that they call.
How do you devenom a snake? I'm not getting that close enough to a snake to devenom.
Well, I mean, they defunk a skunk. I mean,
how do you defunk?
And they put a fody in a spody. A fody in a fody.
What, do they take glands out or something? So Real Richard said he just sent you a video, and I'm scared to know what it is.
Kathy Bragg says, I used to tan when Al worked third shift because of the vitamins. Want to talk? Okay. National. Okay, that's something else we're talking about. But anyways, yeah, I mean it's questionable. Like a lot of the people that have tarantulas have non-poisonous ones. A lot of people that have scorpions have non-poisonous ones.
I don't understand how they're non-poisonous. Are they born non-poisonous? Why?
You have to take out whatever it is. There's a gland, I'm sure. There's something. I mean, really think about about what you're asking before you say it.
Whatever. One of the girls I used to work with.
Next, you'll ask me how to de-hippo a hippo.
Oh my God. No, I'm not. Never mind. No, one of my friends I used to work with, she has a pet tarantula named Skittles. And she just puts pictures all up on her face. I'm like, stop.
Right.
I cannot handle scrolling through and then come out. There's this big tarantula. She's like, it's so pretty. I'm like, it's a tarantula.
That's right.
Nothing pretty about it.
Well, I used to know a guy that used to have, as crazy as it sounds, he was into Black Widows. And he had all these little plastic cages. Like, you don't know nothing about this, but when you go to buy a mouse, you can buy a mouse to feed your snake, and they give you a little to-go box, which kind of looks like a Dunkin' Donuts box. Or you go ahead and invest the money and you buy this little plastic case. It's probably about as big as that notepad as far as being rectangular size. But this guy had, and it has vent holes in it, et cetera, et cetera. But this guy has several of those, and they're just full of black widows. Like each case has its own black widow. You can't have like several black widows in one case. But yeah, each one had its own black widow in it.
Did he buy them?
He found them, caught them, however you want to word it, and then he just puts a cricket in there whenever it's time to feed them, and he just has them all over his house. I don't know why, but he does.
Has he ever? Well, obviously he's never been bitten.
Apparently, no, but it's just odd. I mean, it's odd, but people have tons of scorpions and tons of snakes. And
I remember a guy used to babysit us growing up. He had a pet tarantula, and he'd to mess around with me. I'd be laying on a pillow, and he'd put it right next. Maybe that's why I'm terrified of spiders. But he'd put it right next to me, and then I'd scream, and then it would get scared and crap on his pillow. And I'm like, "That's what you get."
Back to the tannin, I have a vitamin deficiency. Okay. I have vitamin D and B12 deficiency. So I take, is that correct? I'm dyslexic, so I'm counting these numbers. That looks like 50,000 units. Is that correct? Golly, it's 50,000 units of vitamins D and B12 shots.
I do.
Well, wow.
I'm supposed to do B12 shots, but I don't anymore. I need to.
They tie its tubes and prevent venom from coming out. That's what somebody says. So I have no idea.
Anything?
Okay. I don't know. I mean, you're asking me I'm an authority of this. Right. No, I just know that there's certain things you can do.
I don't need to get close enough.
But how about
to
this?
Find out whether it's venomous or not.
This is a mess with your brain. So how about this? Because a lot of people don't know how it works, and Alex may know more because he reads a lot more than I do on certain stuff. So they have all these cargo ships.
Right.
So cargo ships come in and they have to be inspected.
Right.
Well, cargo ships from other countries bring in animals that pet stores have to get. So I'm sure there's a broker or a dealer that brings them into the States and then disperses them to whoever he sells to that own pet stores. Well, when they bring in all these animals, they have to be quarantined for X number of months or weeks or however that works.
Right.
So a container comes in with all these animals and then gets quarantined, and the animals are in cages, but they're in the port in a building on the side of the ocean.
Right.
Well, when a hurricane hits in Florida, and then several years later, Katrina is New Orleans, where these ports are, all these animals get turned loose.
Crap.
Think of the swamplands in New Orleans. Think about the swamps in Florida, the Everglades and all this. All these reptiles that are tropical reptiles end up escaped. I mean, anacondas, anything brought in to the United States ends up in those swamps. So they're saying, National Geographic, you can watch some of the channels, and they're talking about all the Burmese pythons that are now breeding and eating cats and eating normal people's foods, and normal pets as food. So think about all these reptiles that have been turned, basically just set free, that don't live in on our continent, but yet are surviving in swamplands
and breeding. Yeah, you're going to come out with these crazy.
Well, you don't know for sure. There has been a question a couple years ago about interbreeding between different breeds of pythons, because there's 3 or 4 different breeds, and now they're saying that those could crossbreed. And then there was a question that was going on years ago in a bunch of chats about what you can't really call it domestic per se, but more when you say domesticated, you're insinuating a pet that is now or a wild creature that's now a pet. But when you say domestic, you're meaning from the United States continent, our North America continent versus South America or Africa.
Right.
But they're saying that the foreign snakes, could it be possible to breed with the domestic snakes? So you don't know.
It's possible.
I guess anything's possible.
Yeah, well, pythons are poisonous, right?
No, they're non-venomous, but they're restrictors.
Constrictors.
Constrictors, yes.
Yeah. Boa constrictors.
So what happens is their teeth have curved edges, so when they grab you, it's just
You're not getting it.
It's not to turn you loose.
No, and then it will choke the crap.
And
out
then
of
they
you.
just spin around you and start squeezing.
Yeah, break every bone in your body, and
So
you can't
it
breathe.
depends on what size, of course, it is. But
So, would you rather die by drowning or being
drowning.
wrapped up by a?
If I'm gonna die, I'd rather drown. I've already done it once. It's a whole lot easier to die that way. You fall asleep. You don't even realize that you're drowning. I mean, you do when you suck in the first gulp of water,
Right.
and you freak for a second or two before you suck in that gulp of water. But once you suck in that gulp of water, oxygen is already depleting from your brain. And as the oxygen's depleting, you just start closing your eyes and falling asleep. And other than the brief second that you wigged out, you
Just
are
fall asleep.
unaware of anything. Like I was on the bottom of a pool. I lived in Myrtle Beach. Me and the guys at this pool, we all hung out. We were kind of teaching ourselves to be able to hold our breath longer because we were going to go do a couple things in the ocean. And one day I was dumb. I was by myself. I was sitting on the bottom of the pool. I didn't realize how long I'd been under. My father comes up to the pool. I was living with him. My father comes up to the pool, sets his stuff down on the chair. He sees me at the bottom of the pool. And he says, I sat down. He says, a couple seconds later, I started thinking, he sure has been down there. My dad says that he patiently waited until he thought that it had been too long, and he jumps in and pulls me off the bottom. And I never thought that I sucked in any water because I never coughed up any water once he got me up. But I literally remember sitting down there. I remember closing my eyes and just kind of hearing the water and hearing kind of the planes flying by because you could still hear it underwater. I remember hearing a few things, but next thing I know, he's yanking me out of the pool.
Wow.
And I don't remember anything.
Maybe you're in that good of a meditative state.
But I can do that because I've done that before getting the tattoo on my leg. I've been able to kind of meditate, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But my problem is, he's like, dude, I had already started feeling uncomfortable with how long you had been under. So I have no idea
How long you were
how long I was under. Like, I remember my eyes being closed. I remember hearing planes, and then I remember almost like being asleep.
Wow.
And then the next thing I know, he's yanking me
And you didn't cough up any water
by my
or anything?
wrist. No, I just kind of faded away, apparently.
Wow.
So, but in his
You've had too many close calls.
but in his mind, he's like, I thought you'd already been under there too long.
Mm-mm.
So
and there's no telling it before
can I say I drowned it? I don't know.
Right.
But he said, I felt you had already been under there way
and
too
there's
long.
no
And
telling
there's no telling how long I was there before he got
before
there.
he got there, right.
So I don't know. Now my mother, but the funny thing is my mother has drowned. And me and her have discussed this multiple times. My mother was swimming in the ocean, and she was like, I don't know, 11, 12 maybe. And some seaweed, some stuff. They were in Daytona. Something had come up and got wrapped around her leg. And she said she remembered going under. My mother to this day will not wash her hair in a shower. She'll lean her head over a sink and wash her hair.
Really?
My mother will not submerge her head. She'll get in the pool up to her chest.
Wow.
I've never, at all the years going to the pool with my mother has never gone underwater since the day she drowned. But my mother told me, she says, I remember it pulling on me, a wave coming, going over my head. She says, I remember screaming. She says, I was out of the water screaming. I was under the water screaming. I was out of the water. She said, and then one of the screams, because when you're screaming, you're forcing air out of your lungs. She says, I remember sucking in a big gulp of water. She says, I remember watching everything, freaking out. She said, then everything went to a complete still calmness. And she said, everything started going black, like dimming the lights at the theater. And she said, then a couple of seconds later, Uncle Jim, which was her uncle, grabbed her and pulled her out.
Wow. Mm-mm.
So, I mean, it's crazy. It's really crazy. I just know from what she explained and then how I remember what happened to me. I'm just like, if I'm going to die, I'd rather do that than have a broke neck,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
And I'd rather do that than somebody smother me with a pillow. I mean, and my luck, you know, if I tried to jump in front of a moving train, it wouldn't actually kill me. You know, so I'm not trying to condone any of this. I'm just using these as examples.
During my first tat, I was counting in my head the floor and the ceiling tile, and I've had to use the same method to block out some of my knee pain.
Yep. See, my tattoo took 6 hours. It was 3 2-hour intervals.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy, Robert, it was Robert or Richard. I can't remember who did it, but when he was doing it, the first time he was gouging me, man, it was bad. And I remember him, he kept tapping on me going, do you need to take a break? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. And then a couple times, him and another guy, they're talking, and I'm just kind of zonked. And he's like, the guy that walked into the room's like, is everything okay? He's like, yeah. And he starts shaking me. He says, you all right? And it felt like he was waking me up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, man, everything's cool. He says, I just don't want you to pass out. And I'm like, I got this. So then the second time, you know, he kind of knew. But there at the end, he actually did have to wake me up. And by the third time, he just didn't even worry a whole lot because he just kind of knew I was able to just kind of take myself into, just go into another place, if you will.
Talking about gouging and stuff, one of the guys that used to tattoo me is actually a chemical engineer, but he loved doing tattoos, so that's what he was doing at the time. And he had a guy come in, he was doing a tattoo on like his rib cage on the side, and during the middle of it, the dude goes, you know, you have to be pretty damn stupid to be a tattoo artist. You don't tell somebody that has a needle going into your skin. So he said he made sure for the rest of the tattoo that the ink went pretty far down. And then he goes, how did he say it? And he was like, dude, does this always hurt this bad? And he was like, yeah, it's in a really sensitive area.
Wow.
But seriously, why are you going to talk shite to somebody that has a needle in your skin?
Yes.
Like, really?
Hey, I agree. You know, it's kind of like when you get pulled over by the police and you'll start an argument with them. I mean, they already have you detained.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
You know, unless you 100% know you got this, you probably just need to keep your mouth shut.
Right.
So it is what it is. Let's shoot off to commercial real quick. It's just for fun in the morning. We'll be right back.
It really is.
Well, I mean, we talked over our mark, so I was just trying to keep us moving. Anything else?
I'm just saying it really is a good morning.
Oh, I didn't know where you were going with that.
Okay.
I mean, I just truly didn't know. Were you like trying to be funny and it just didn't successfully happen, or what?
Just go to commercial.
All right, we're going to do a commercial.
No party.
Oh, one more day. I got bike night tonight. Crap, I forgot.
Oh, shit. Shoot.
What? I'm going to go try to pee again, but I ain't going to squeeze one out. in my head.
Dang it.
What?
I just realized I'm going to have to remove jewelry for a CAT scan.
What?
I have to take out all my jewelry for my CAT scan.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do that on camera.
Well, you could be like this. Well, do you have your
Connect the
belly button?
dots.
You have your belly button?
Mm-mm.
Oh, so you could be like. Just saying.
God, I hate doing that though.
$30 minutes, man. 30 minutes. Yeah, I get this. That's probably annoying on video.
It's annoying not on video too.
You're annoying on every level. Something wrong with your finger? It seems to be spasming.
Stuck. It's one of my friends. His finger's stuck like that.
Oh my
So
God.
he can never.
But that sucks having to pick your nose.
I'm assuming he doesn't pick his nose with that finger. He uses
That's,
another
I
finger.
know. That's my point.
Lord. Scotty.
What? I said nothing, did nothing. I did no wrong.
Scotty. What are you going to do on Tuesday and Wednesday when I'm not here?
I have no idea.
Maybe Benny will come sit in with
Now
me.
that Steph's kind of disappeared and Doc won't be here, I have no earthly idea.
Maybe Benny will come sit with
I'll find somebody.
Yeah.
Have to.
Because I love y'all, but I'm not sitting on the phone for 2 hours while we do
I
the
don't
show.
expect you to. But you can if you want to.
I'll call in maybe 1 or 2 days, but I'm enjoying my vacation otherwise.
And this is for next Tuesday?
No. The week after. We leave a week
show
from
me
Saturday.
show me the date. Tell me the date. If I'm going to, you see me posting, right?
No. I wasn't looking at you.
Just give me the damn date.
We leave the 17th.
I don't
which is
show
a
it to
week.
me. Just say October 17th
October 17th through the 24th.
through the 24th. What is that? What's the 24th?
The 24th is the Saturday after.
So I really need. What's the end? What's that Friday?
That Friday is the 23rd.
So you're leaving Tuesday morning? You'll be
No.
here. Are you going to be here Monday?
I will be here all week next week. I'm about to hurt him, y'all.
The 17th, you're leaving.
Correct.
What day is that?
On a Saturday.
That's why I was trying to ask you. So what's the Tuesday? What's the Monday that you're not going to be here?
The 19th.
Okay. Because you said Tuesday. What am I going to do about Tuesday when you're not going to be here? Don't go no further. But that's what you did. So that made me start questioning Tuesday. So my point is, if you're leaving on a Saturday, that means you won't be here Monday through when? That whole week?
Correct.
Thank you. So what is that Friday?
That Friday is the 23rd.
So between the 19th and the 23rd.
Correct.
Thank you.
Do you understand why I was asking you about Tuesday and Wednesday?
I guess since Doc won't be here.
Correct. Ding,
But-
ding, ding,
But
ding, ding.
you make 3. All right, y'all, you've been missing out on all the idiocy happening
You're
back
idiocy.
here. So Denise is going on vacay. Apparently she's going to be gone a week.
I am.
But the way you started this, you said, what am I going to do about that Tuesday and Wednesday that I'm not going to be here?
Exactly.
So then that implies I need to figure out somebody to make sure I cover Tuesday, Wednesday.
And
Exactly.
Monday,
That's your brain.
Thursday and Friday.
But my problem is we like to have 3. So if you're not going to be here the whole week, that means I have to try to find somebody to fill in instead of just Tuesday and Wednesday.
Correct. But
People need to go back and watch the video.
You'll be extra
You need to go back and
screwed.
watch the video at the 9:30 mark and watch what transpires in this conversation.
No, you will be extra screwed Tuesday and Wednesday because Doc isn't here.
I got you. But the way the whole conversation's taking place, I'm like, oh, yeah. Okay. I'm
just trying to watch out
I
for
thought
you.
when Redneck Steph was here,
Oh
I
my
had
God.
to, have a redneck thesaurus to understand what she was talking about sometimes.
Whatever.
But
so
I'm going to have to start calling you the Porterdale Bandit, and I'm going to have to get a thesaurus for you.
no, I have one on my phone.
If she's West Porterdale,
I'm
would you be considered North? You're North
I'm North
Porterdale.
Newton.
You're North Porterdale.
North Newton.
North Porterdale. She's West Porterdale. You're North Porterdale.
I'm Almond Road
Oh
player.
my God, that is horrible. So you would rather have I'm Almond Road playa than North Porterdale.
I'm right down the street from Tara's mom.
That means nothing. That's not helping your case any. North
I'm
Porterdale it is.
I'm making Tara laugh.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my! I will call in a couple of the mornings.
Yes, but I figured you would.
but
Not
I
that I'm insisting on that.
will
but I
not
just-
stay on the phone. For
I
3
don't
hours.
expect you to stay on the phone for 3 hours. Hell, you don't talk that much here. I mean, I could only imagine. The funny thing is you're still going to be listening because you're going to want to hear if we're busting you out on anything.
Probably.
They'd be like, you can turn that off. Nuh-uh, because them fools are going to talk about me. You watch. They're going to bust
Keep
jokes about me not being there.
I'm gonna keep the iPad charged.
See?
Go on the
See?
beach and watch it.
So we got any callers? Anybody want to call in, start up a conversation, start up any kind of topic? Anybody have anything of importance? We're down to less than 30 minutes. But what I'm doing is giving open conversations. We're going to have an open forum. Anybody, if you're having any problems with anything.
Or not even problems. You just want to bring something up.
Yeah, if you want to bring anything up. Oh my God, Karen does a request for one of the Jonas Brothers. Really? Really?
Hey, would you rather look good in photographs but horrible in real life, or look good in real life but horrible in photographs?
One more time. What?
Would you rather look good in photographs but horrible in real life?
So you're asking me if I'd rather be Kim Kardashian or
Or look good in real life but horrible in photographs?
wow. I'd rather just look good in real life because I saw pictures yesterday of there apparently, let me word it this way. So there's a very well-known, respected photographer who apparently is getting older now. He's in a wheelchair. He must be super famous. But all these people, stars, decided to pose for him. And they all did it without makeup. So they showed Brad Pitt with no makeup, Julia Roberts with no makeup, Dustin Hoffman with no makeup, like everybody. Oh my God, Oprah Winfrey without makeup. Oh my God. I mean, all these people that you believe, like Scarlett Johansson, whatever you pronounce her name. All these people you are so used to seeing look this way, and you see them plain clothes, normal, no makeup. Jesus Christ.
Do they look bad?
They don't, I don't know how to word it and it sound. They will look worse than us normal folks. That's the only way I can put it. They look worse than us normal folks.
But it goes to show you they're real people too.
It goes to show you they're real people too. And that's what it's about, I guess, is showing the real them. Yeah, because see, you can fix photography. That's from Alex, which is true. You can Photoshop.
Yep.
And from Karen, yes, really. Both of us like Nick Jonas in The Office.
Isn't
oh my
that the
God.
one that's dating Drew Barrymore? Or is it Drew
Kayla likes
Barrymore?
One Direction, so you can play them for her instead. I'm sure I could.
Isn't Nick Jonas dating Drew Barrymore now?
I don't know.
Or one of them?
Why would I keep up with all that?
Because
I mean,
you're
I would
Scotty.
keep up with Drew Barrymore a little bit, but not that much to know who she's shacking with.
What were you going to say? I just saw your lips.
I almost said, that hair's banging.
Yep, that's what I knew you were going to say. Hold on a second. I'll tell you who Nick Jonas is dating.
I mean, really, truthfully, it doesn't matter.
Well, I'm telling you.
My wife was wigging out on what's his name from The Voice with a shaved head. I'm like, oh my God, he shaved his head. And she's like, and he still looks good. I'm like, okay.
Oh, wait, my man, Adam Levine.
Yes. your
Ooh-wee.
man.
Huh.
I just love how you people that have never met somebody will say, my man.
It is.
Kind of like the people that didn't even finish high school and they're like, UGA's my school, man. Whatever. You might have driven past it one time, but that don't make it your school. Period. And that's real life. I mean, come on. There's more people. I bet you some of these rednecks have spent more money on UGA bullcrap than they did on their own education. Ba-doom, boom. Just saying, I'm willing to bet money on it.
You're so funny. Okay, so
did you just find out?
no.
Okay.
I just kind of threw it
All
off.
right. So what's the next topic you started to go with?
Saturday is the Conyers
Saturday.
Beer Fest.
Yes.
1 to 5
Yes.
in Old Town Pavilion.
Yes.
And it is going to be amazing.
Kathy Bragg, you're calling the wrong phone. We'll put you on
Amazing.
voicemail. I mean, speaker. Yes, ma'am.
Can I talk about it?
I don't know. You're on the wrong phone number. If you would like to call us back and talk to us on air, because if not everybody could hear you clearly. But you want? I'll text you the number to call back on.
Do you want me to, or do you want me to wait?
Well, it's totally you. This is all about you. It's totally for you to decide that.
It's not all about me.
Well, it's your idea, so it's up to you if you want to talk about
I'm
it.
excited. Call.
Okay.
All right, call right back. I'll text you the number. Bye.
Now I'm curious. I can't wait to. But anyway, yes, Saturday 1 to 5 is the Conyers Beer Fest. You get a sample glass to try as many beers as local Georgia breweries that you would like. And it either ends when they run out of beer or 5 o'clock.
Wait, you make it sound like it's a party. It ends when they run out of beer.
What?
I'm just saying. It sounded.
Anyway, I'm not making it sound like that.
It sounded that way.
Well, I'm sorry. It sounded that way.
No, just keep going. I'm picking, but it
I
did
know.
sound that way.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's over when they run out of beer.
Pretty much. I'm glad you agree.
Yes.
But there will be Uber drivers there in case you partake too much in some beer.
Well, if they drink too much beer, they become a goober driver. Keep going.
A Uber driver. But if you are going and you are
Here,
not,
I got to catch this. It's ringing. We'll be right back. Just for fun.
So, this is Dustin Bragg's momager.
Hi, Momager.
Hey! And I've got some cool and exciting news.
Yes, can't wait to hear it.
And we are overjoyed, but we need some help. So, here's the cool and exciting news. Dustin's song, One Way Ticket Home, has kind of been under the watch. And he has been offered an opportunity to release their song nationally.
Yay.
And it's official. We finished loading all the music, all the artwork, and everything last night about, 7 o'clock. They received it. Everything's official. It is happening. I'm so excited for him. I can't hardly stand it. It makes me want to cry.
That's way too cool.
That is beyond amazing. That is beyond
It
exciting.
Beyond amazing. I mean, it is so cool. It's going to 1,800 plus radio stations across the United States and a few abroad. I will get a list within the next couple of days of every radio station, their phone number, their email address, their addresses that this release is going to. So I'm super, super thrilled. But it's going to have to be followed up by a radio tour and a promotional effort, and he's going to need some help with that, being how he's not signed on a label. So we're going to be doing some fundraising. So all you Dustin Bragg fans out there, be watching out, because we're going to need some help. And I know people are going to want to get on board and help him out and sponsor him. And we got some cool stuff that we're going to give to sponsors. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Is there any questions?
She just made it sound like she was the president. Is there any questions?
It's a press conference.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I will open the floor to questions.
yeah, I don't know what to say. I
Yeah.
guess the biggest thing is start posting stuff and of course sharing it on Facebook and see what can come from it. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah, we'll share the crapola out of it.
Well, and I know that so many people need money for tragic situations, and my brother too. He's in really bad shape right now, and I mean, I get it. I know that everybody needs a lot of help. This is, and I'm hoping that people will get behind it because it is something that's so positive and it's career building. I mean, this will kickstart his career. Period.
Oh yeah.
Without a record label. I mean, he'll be able to. Record labels will come to him if the song does well, rather than him go begging them.
Right.
So,
right.
I mean, it's a different path. It's not the same path other people we know have taken, and that's okay. That's what I keep telling him. You are a different person. You are a different artist. You have a different path.
That's right. You can't just keep comparing, not to say that he has, but you can't keep comparing you to somebody else, because for years I had everybody going, man, you're like Howard Stern. I'm like, yeah, but I'm funny, and I don't have to be rude, crude, and put naked women in front of cameras to get everybody's attention.
Right.
Yeah, I don't like Howard Stern. Just
right.
for the record, I don't do
Right,
anything
right.
like Howard Stern.
But I don't have to aspire to be like somebody else. I just need to aspire to be who I am.
Well, and that's how Dustin is. He's kind of, he has a bad taste in his mouth about country music these days, because it's not necessarily country music. It's pop music.
Right.
A lot of it. Not all of it, but a lot of it. And he was to the point where he was thinking that he might be getting away from it, And, I mean, Dustin can sing rock and roll, too. I mean, you've heard him. He does he really does amazing with something that he believes in. So this is a dream, and it's getting ready to start coming true. And we just are going to need some fan support and some corporate money, and hopefully we can make it work.
Oh yeah, definitely got to try to find some big corporate people that would love to back this and get their names on it and stuff like that. That'd be really radical.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
So I mean, the plan is we're going to do a shirt, and the front of the shirt's going to have the single cover. And then the back of the shirt, I think we're going to say, I helped him get there. A copy of the like a map of the United States with stars on it for different locations. And then people's names that
Right.
gave, a certain amount. Corporate logos that gave a certain amount, and I mean, we got to go. We're going big or we're going home.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, that's super cool. That's super cool.
Awesome news.
We just got to
Extremely happy for him.
start pumping it and sharing it,
Yep. So I'm finalizing all the sponsorship paperwork and flyers and all that stuff today, and I will have all that stuff out probably tonight or in the morning.
Kick ace. That's good stuff.
But
Good
that's
stuff.
it's awesome.
Yeah, and it is. It's super awesome. And it's good to see that the local boy's starting to get his too, without having to try to fit in on the in crowd, so to speak.
Yeah,
Right.
because he doesn't necessarily fit with those.
Right.
He's totally different. He's a different kid. He's got a heart the size of Texas. I mean, he's a fantastic kid, but he's different.
Right. Well, and that's what it's going to take. I mean, they need different in the world. Without different, we just become very boring.
This is true.
I mean,
Ain't that the
can you
truth?
imagine if we all had to wear the same suits and go to work and do the same thing every day, all day? Come on, boy, what a day that would be.
Well,
like.
you know how I go to work dressed. I ain't gonna be in those suits.
That's right. That's right.
Not that I can't put one on, but I mean,
Only when I have
do.
to. Funerals and weddings. More towards, I don't know. Either
Lord,
one.
nowadays you can't. You overdress if you wear a suit to a funeral or a wedding.
I know. That's what I was just thinking. I was thinking, wait a minute. When was the last time I done that? I mean, the last time I wore a suit was when I was getting paid to DJ a wedding, and the last time I wore a tux, I was getting paid to DJ a wedding. That was it. I don't remember wearing anything like that since.
Yeah,
So do
the
you have to
only
go
time I
rent
think
one?
of ever.
I own one. All right. Well, thanks for calling in. That's awesome. I'll actually go to commercial and play one of his songs too.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
How about you play the one?
Y'all have a good day.
All right. See you later. Thanks for
Bye.
calling in.
Bye bye.
All right. All right, everybody. We're actually going to take a commercial real quick, and then we're going to come back and wrap this puppy up.
We're rapping it.
Rap.
Rap.
Are you really going to tell people you're rapping it?
Oh my God.
You should have been
Scotty,
rapping
you're
it
the
up.
only one that
You
goes
should have been
there.
rapping it a long time ago, chick.
You're the only one that goes there.
You said it.
Oh my God.
Commercial. We'll be right back. By the way, here's Dustin's song, and this is live here in the studio with Just for Fun Radio. Pardon me.
I would say bless you, but
Yeah, you not right
Whatever.
now. You're
what, Dustin?
God, my nose.
Did you get your nose and your?
I started sneezing.
You better be careful. Bella.
What?
Come here, pretty girl.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking about a snap into a Slim Jim commercial over here. Sorry if you guys are bored. I've got to create something. I keep saying that, but wow, I just have to. What?
Craziest looking spider out there.
It's a spider. It's a spider.
It looks like a horseshoe crab.
Wow, that is kind of odd. I know. I'm killing your moments. Your wasted moments in time on Just for Fun video.
You will never get back.
You'll never get it back.
Never.
But
what?
I don't know. But when you're watching a video, you get to behind the scenes stuff. Like where I call you an idiot. They don't get to hear that normally.
Can I call you an ace-hole?
You just did. See? Point proven.
You get to see that, the behind the scenes.
The behind the scenes. Hey, get up and walk over to that plant for me.
Why? I'm scared.
I'm trying to see what you look like on camera. Oh, there you go. They just got to see behind the scenes.
Oh my gosh.
You get it?
Yes.
The behind the scenes.
Yes,
Okay,
I
okay.
get it. You're such a dork.
But you were so gullible, you were willing to do it.
I want that shirt.
You fell for it. That is a cool shirt.
I'm gonna
All right, Just Fun Radio. Hey, I want to throw this out there too. What would be really cool for Dustin is to make sure that every interview he says, I got my start on Just for Fun Radio. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be really cool.
I need to make sure that since his mom has a couple of my stickers, like put some on his guitar,
Heck
his
yeah.
case rather,
Yeah.
so that when he stands and does pictures and he's got his arm on top of his guitar, right there at the neck where you tune it on the case, there'd be a Just for Fun Radio sticker. I'm just saying.
That
So
would
for every
be
picture,
pretty-
Plug. Yeah, just saying.
You're so funny.
Hey, you know, I got to get mine too. I mean, I'm working my ace off.
Yes.
I'm working it off. I should look better than this. I should be slim and trim as much ace as I've worked off.
I
But-
saw this. I don't
But
want to.
eating cupcakes, by the way, that we still have sitting here.
Yeah.
Erin Hill last night. So I ate a cupcake at like 9. At the end of the show, I'm trying to put them in the case. I ate another one. And then she's like, you should get another one. And I went, I won't fit. I'll just eat it. I had like 3 cupcakes at, around 9:45. I'm on my 3rd cupcake. I'm like, yeah, that's what I needed to eat before I go to bed.
True.
Red velvet cupcakes.
I just saw
Yum to the E.
this thing on Facebook. I don't want to sleep like a baby. I just want to sleep like my husband.
Should we take that as an
He
insult?
sleeps
What
through
should we?
Everything. He's a very hard sleeper, but I guess when he was over in Iraq, he had to get used to because there's so much going on. You have
Right.
to put yourself in a different place. So yeah, he can. I'll be sitting there talking to him, and he'll be like,
Now, Alex just sent this. I tried contacting them about volunteering at the beer fest and heard nothing from them. Shame, as I volunteered at the Decatur Beer Fest each year and wanted to do something in my hometown. Sucks for them. I think I don't want to sound like I'm bashing. I just think as their first one, they don't know what they're doing. And there's learning curves and everything. It's kind of like when people start trying to do charities. I mean, I've done hundreds of charities. So whenever I get asked to help do a charity with somebody that just started, I try to explain to them what to do, and they don't want to hear it. And just in 2008 alone, every Saturday and Sunday, I did a charity.
"Oh wow,
Well, if there's 52 weeks in a year, and I did 2 a weekend, and that's not counting that there was some Saturdays in 2008 that I pulled off 3 events in one day,
wow.
where we would do a bike ride early in the morning, then I would pack up and leave, go do a mid-afternoon, and then turn around and do a night. So if we only talk about 2008 or 2009, me and Sandy did 52 weeks times 2. We did over 100
right
in 1 year.
That's 104.
That's not counting the Saturdays where I pulled off 3.
Right.
Let's just stick with the 100 a year. And then people don't get it. And then that's why I guess I'm a little bit of a butthole when people ask me to help do something and then I go, this is how we need to do it, especially for somebody that don't know what they're doing. And then they want to argue with me. Well, if I'm going to put my name on it and I'm going to be part of it and you're wanting me to invite people and promote it and sponsor it, then I feel I should get a say-so out of it. So it's business, you know, and that's the thing is it's business, and people have to take their petty emotions out of it sometimes and remember it's business. And if you want to do an event, I'm a perfectionist. If you want to do an event, it needs to be the best it can be because you only get one time to shine.
Right.
People are going to show up to the event, and this is what I've tried to explain to people doing bike night when I was doing that all the time. I tried to explain to bike night people, I have to look good. You have to look good, because what's going to happen is when they show up to wherever the bike night is, they're not going to walk away saying, for instance, there's tons of Harley Davidson dealerships. There's tons of them, and I've worked for a bunch of them. So I'm just going to say a Harley. That way I don't say which one. Somebody's going to walk up and go, I went to bike night. Okay, here's what's going to happen. They're going to walk up. They're going to have a bad bike night. They're going to leave. They're going to go to their friends and go, dude, I went to that bike night DJ Scotty did the other night. It was horrible. It doesn't matter if I was horrible or the Harley was horrible. The story's still going to be the same. I went to bike night at so-and-so Harley. DJ Scotty was there. It was horrible. So whether it was horrible on Harley's end or not, I'm still labeled in that it was horrible, and I can't do that. It either has to be popping and be good, or I don't want my name on it. Sorry, but this is my business. Try to build it up, sure. But with that being said, there's criteria that has to meet if my name's going to be on it. So, you know, we've got this month, with the one we're fixing to do tonight, and we're going to try to do a November, and we'll see what happens. And if we deem, if they feel that they got out of it what they wanted, and I feel I get out of it what I want, then we may talk about doing another one in springtime. I don't know. Right. But I'm not interested in working nights in bars or anything. I'll do events. Like we're going to do a Halloween thing at the Social House. I will do events at places, but I don't want to do like a every month sort of thing or an every week sort of thing, just because I'm kind of over the night stuff. There's nothing bad, but it's a personal decision. I'm up doing a morning show every morning.
And you already have stuff going on.
Right. And I have night shows at my own studio. So I would rather fulfill my dream and keep chasing what I'm chasing. It's great to try to help somebody, you know, build their dream. I'm not trying to say that I wouldn't, but it has to be equal. I mean, you know, it has to be equal. And this is just letting everybody have a little inside look of business. I try not to do business on the radio.
Yeah.
And I got from Kurt's fixing to start doing next Friday, not the Friday of tomorrow week, but next Friday. He's going to start doing sports on Friday nights, and it's going to be good because they will be covering some of last week's stuff with the predictions of what's happening with the Saturday and Sunday coming up. Because you got Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday Night Football, right? So you have him as kind of pre-show to the weekend. It's going to be really nice, especially since the Cubs just won for the first time in nearly 100 years. Okay, anyways. Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
Oh, Lord.
What's 10 o'clock?
It's 10 o'clock.
We got to go. I got to get the bus and get some logos put on it.
He has to get the bus and put some logos on it.
That's right. Thanks for clarifying.
Wrong.
What is it wrong?
I don't know.
I got to call down there and make sure they're ready. Well, you know, all that rain, man, the last few weeks of rain has put me behind because I needed to go get the logos on the bus.
Rained for 40 days.
Yeah. Noah, I seen him come paddling by a few days ago. But it was really funny. He had two elephants in a John boat. Boy, that looked odd. But my problem is to get the logos completely straight, they have to wet the glass and then they put the vinyl on and then they can straighten it. Well, the problem is it's been raining. So they can't really wet the glass to put the vinyl on and then expect it to dry because it's never going to dry. It's raining. And you can't very well drive down the road with wet because it just blow off. So it's like I've been screwed for several days. Like every day that it did stop raining, my schedule and their schedule was already made. So it's kind of shaking heads. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to get it put on today. And it's great because bike night's tonight. So the logos will be on tonight and they'll be on for two great events this weekend. You know, Friday is absolutely nothing. because I'm getting ready for Saturday. We got
Right.
Beer Fest on Saturday in Old Town. I will at least be there to video and Alex, it is free to get in. It only costs money to drink.
Mhm.
So since you work with Just for Fun Radio, you come with Just for Fun Radio. So just meet me up there. We're going to be up there, taking pictures, passing out cards, meeting people. Sunday Bike Fest, another great day. Maybe Alex can come out to that too. Meet some of the bikers, talk about guns and gadgets, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We'll be at the bus. We'll be set.
Some bikers love some guns and
Yeah,
gadgets.
they like some guns and
Heck
gadgets.
yeah, you better be there, Alex.
Open invitation for anybody. Aaron Hill has a party, by the way, tomorrow night. Both nights. Jeff texts me the name of the business again because I just forgot the name of it. Dylan's in what's considered Lawrenceville. It's on the edge of Lawrenceville and Lilburn. It's at Five Forks, Trickham Road, and Oak Road. Basically, Five Forks and Ronald Reagan. They're behind the Sonic and also behind the Quick Trip, so they're easy to find.
Mm-hmm.
Benefit is Steve Hill and Aaron Hill's band. It's the Aaron Hill Band. Steve Hill, his wife's birthday and Aaron's birthday is the same time. So Friday night, they're celebrating Kim, which is Steve Hill / Aaron Hill's stepmother. Her birthday's Friday night. That's her party. And then Saturday night, in the very same location, they're celebrating Aaron's birthday party. So it's back-to-back partying with the Hills.
Heck yeah. Well, since you don't have any plans tomorrow, why don't we make a Just for Fun family
I have
trip?
to decide. I got a granddaughter I have to always
Mhm.
remember. That's one reason I don't like working nights anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Because tonight, the ladies talk, and I got to be at bike night. That's one reason I don't want to work bike nights anymore.
Right.
And the deal that I made with Harley was I would work their bike nights to still be able to work their weekends. It was a 2-for-1. It was they needed me to work bike nights because I was working their weekends. The problem is they're not working me on the weekends, but they still want me to do the bike nights. Well, the only reason I was willing to do the bike nights was to work the weekends.
Right.
So I'm working bike nights. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy doing bike nights, but I want to be with my kid too,
Oh.
So it's Catch 22. Catch 22.
It is.
All right, I got a message. Oh, we got a phone call. Just for friggin' fun.
Good, thankful Thursday morning to you.
Okay.
Hey,
How y'all doing? I know you're wrapping it up.
good. How you is?
How you?
I miss fine, and it's definitely a thankful morning after last night.
Oh yes.
Ain't it, Scotty?
Yes.
Dude, I was so happy for you.
Me too.
I mean, just to see. Bree and I knew something was wrong with all the posts and everything. We saw
Well,
it.
then try not airing it right now.
So, but anyway, it was great. It was great seeing you smile.
Yes, sir.
Seeing
Thank you,
happy.
sir.
Aaron Hill's show last night was awesome. I mean,
Yeah,
it was
man,
just
their
a great-
singing was friggin' phenomenal.
It was phenomenal. I wish I'd been there to hear it, man. It sounded good coming across the radio. I replayed it on YouTube for my stepdaughter and her girlfriend. They loved it. They may come out this weekend to see it. They're doing Pride this weekend too, so it's kind of a hectic weekend for everybody.
Right?
But I'm not sure if I go to Aaron Hill's, it'll probably end up being the Saturday show because I got to be at work at 6 a.m. on Saturday. I don't get off till 7 p.m.
So
makes
you
it
definitely are not going to be willing to try 2 nights of Aaron Hill.
Probably not. I mean,
Think of what it's going to do to you body-wise. You are going to be
man, I'll
like,
be dead. Well, see, every time I go up, though, Bree and I have decided we'll go up, we'll listen. And the first night we ever met her first set was 2 hours long.
that's what I was going to
Mhm.
say. When you go see the Aaron Hill band, you believe, I was fixing to make that joke to Jeff. You believe I'm going to go for 30 minutes. Yeah, good luck with that.
Well, that's what we had decided that night because I had to be at work at 6 a.m. the next morning. We ended up sitting there till they finished up the whole show. I mean, you listen to them for a while. I wanted to go. I was like, well, I want to introduce myself, say hey, because I just met her. And to sit there for 2 hours, it didn't start till 9 o'clock. It's already 11. So we sat and chatted for a little while and sat down. We'll hear one more song. Next thing I know, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Heading
Yeah.
home.
Right.
You're like one more
And that's
song,
it.
and then the next song comes on. Okay, after this
I mean-
song. Okay, then.
It is. I mean, it really is impossible with them because they just are such great performers. I mean, the music is great. Just their energy, how they mesh so well together. It's a phenomenal show. I mean, it's worth going to. I mean, and it's free. I mean, sell for your drinks and food, which you're going to do.
But that's up to you. That's up to you what you're going to spend, though. That's not up to everybody else. So that's what I try to tell people. I'm like, listen, you don't have to spend $100 when you go out. If you spend $100, it's because you chose to spend $100. It's not because somebody made you spend it.
Yeah, we have a guy that used to play poker with us. He used to always get a little anal about the cards and the rules and all this. I mean, it's free poker. And that's what we'd always tell. It's not free. Who's paying my bar tab? You didn't have to pay to play the poker. You didn't have to pay to drink. You chose to drink. So it is free poker.
Well, my wife got mad at me. I'm not allowed to play poker anymore. No, you're just not allowed to drink.
Exactly. So it's kind of funny. I mean, there's all kinds of temperaments in poker. People give, and I'm very competitive. Yes, Scott. Anything I do, yes, my wife. I'm currently on a battle with one of my poker buddies. He plays Candy Crush, and he's now 2 levels ahead of me, and it's ticked me off because I finally
got
Candy
Crush.
Candy Crush.
But I just,
jeez,
it's that competitive nature. I mean, just to always stay that one step ahead.
Look, I got the new Angry Birds, and unfortunately, I clicked the button. It lets me link the Facebook, and it shows me who's beating me. Congratulations.
I'm gonna have to.
It's Angry Birds. I play it when I'm stressed out, and then sometimes I get stressed out more playing it, so I stop playing it.
I'm gonna have to download Candy Crush now and go after Jeff.
Yeah, I play Angry Birds when I'm stressed, and then it becomes Pissed Off Birds.
Well,
just saying.
I got an old friend of mine. I've known her since 44, 45 years now.
Can she still see the screen?
Yep. Funny. She's actually the one that got me the attorney for my divorce, and I sent her a request a long time ago, friends on Facebook, and she never accepted. And Bree actually brought it to my attention. Well, you were going through your divorce to be a conflict. That's why she didn't accept it till your divorce was done.
Right.
And so, which I understand. That's cool. So she friend requests me, and then all of a sudden now she pops up on Candy Crush. And I'm going, okay, she's ahead of me. So I asked her one day, what level are you on? She goes, I don't even want to ask that question. So, well, what level are you on? She goes, I got too much time on my hands. I'm over 1,000.
Woo!
She's well over 1,000 on Candy Crush. I'm at like 780 something. So I got too much time on my hands too.
I see that. Don't give me no excuses when you can't do something now, because we'll be like, really?
Yeah. That drives me. Well, I usually do it.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Well, it's usually like Sundays when we're on the back porch listening to your station. We'll just sit there and play games all day till time to get a poker.
Right.
Or around here, sometimes I just get stressed from work, and just you need, like you said, you just need that break. You need that mental rest. So I'll go sit in the corner and just play my games for a little while.
That's right. I'm with you. I understand.
Drives my stepkids nuts. They go, my God, you're so methodical. It takes you 30 minutes to make one move. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm studying the board, seeing which way. If I move this way, what's going to happen here and there? And they go, my God, just swipe your finger.
Yeah.
Anyway,
all right.
Y'all have a great day.
Yes, sir.
Let you know in case, because I know you're going to be pretty busy this weekend.
Oh yeah, this weekend will be.
See if we could hook
this
up
whole month, man, is pretty
right.
accurate for me. I got to do somebody's wedding. I'm actually performing a ceremony on somebody next Saturday, not this one coming, but the next Saturday. So I'm going to perform the ceremonies at one wedding, and then I'm driving the bus to pick up some friends of my wife I'm picking them up at a hotel where they're staying, and they're all dressed going to a wedding, and I'm dropping them off at a wedding, and then I'm pretty much done for the day. So I got 2 weddings to be part of.
You got the social house.
Halloween
party.
Halloween night is the social house.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it's you've been that way since I've known.
Yeah, if you look at it,
never slowed down.
October 10th Beer Fest, 11th Bike Fest, the 17th the Hicks wedding, then Charity's wedding. The 23rd, I'll be, by the way, Jeff, you need to know this. The 23rd, Friday the 23rd, we'll be at the Loganville American Legion doing a big party there. Then October 31st, I have the Social House Halloween party. And then, of course, the time changes that very same night. November 7th, I have a wedding. November 8th, I have another event, Prayers for Caleb. November 11th, Just for Fun Radio turns 5 years old. November 14th, a dog fashion show. I mean, it just keeps going and going and going.
Not to mention 5 morning shows a week and 2, 3.
Oh yeah, I'm 7 days a week in the month of October. I'm working 7 days a week in October. Somebody actually asked, because that wedding that's for November, normally all the details for the wedding would have been figured out a long time ago. But now I get a message from the mom saying, hey, my daughter wants to meet you for the wedding. Well, it can't be this month. I'm sorry. I'm working 7 days a week. This should have been, I'm not trying to be rude, but this should have been done a long time ago. I said, but we can talk on the phone. But you know, you don't, to me, you need to have in my rule book 30 days before the wedding. All that should have already been figured out 30 days before the wedding. And I try to do that. But what it is I'm doing a wedding for people I know, and everybody uses the friendship instead of treating it as business. I said in the very beginning, here's the price, here's this. Once we agreed on stuff, I said, I need all the information, what time the wedding's going to be, where the wedding's going to be, what songs we need. I said all that then. And now 20, 30 days go by. Now people want to give me information. Well, now my problem is you're in the month. I'm working 7 days a week. I can't control that. It's just business, y'all. People just have to remember.
And that's why we booked you so early when we were talking about ours is, I mean, we knew what your schedule was like, knew how quick you booked up.
Right.
I knew everything so you could plan.
Spring and fall, man, it's the busiest ever. Like, I won't stop. Last year was worse than this year because I booked myself overly last year.
Yeah.
June and July was slow. The last weekend of July, I started working, and I worked 7 days a week from the last weekend of July, 7 days a week until the third week in December, 7 days a week. And some of those Saturdays we did 2 events, like the Halloween weekend, we ended up doing 2 events, one at Harley and then one on the Square of Covington in one day. Like, we packed up one event and went to another event. I mean, that happens.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, it's like you said, though. I mean, whether it's business or personal, I mean, it's called consideration for the other person you're dealing with. I mean, just give them a heads up, as much notice. Yeah. So
this is business, man. Got to do what you got to do. Everybody wants to see the fun in what I do and the humor and the crazy, but nobody knows what it takes to do it. And then when they start seeing the business part of it, it kind of hurts feelings. But I'm sorry, I still got to do what I got to do.
I know you're fixing to wrap it up. I need to
sir.
get to work, but I wanted to say congrats to the Braggs family.
Yep, that's awesome.
That's pretty awesome. It is totally awesome, man. I can't wait to see it. I mean, they're just put in the effort, though. I mean, he's got a talent, and he's put in his work that he needed to, and that's how you get where you're at.
That's right. You have to work your butt off to pave the ways, man. I mean, it's just crazy what it takes to do what they do. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you that when I was building the radio station, I had to hustle every wedding and every bar event I could because I needed to buy another mic for the radio station. I needed to buy a compressor. I mean, the radio station did not pay for the radio station. I worked my butt off to make this happen. And I've just now got it to where I don't have to beat myself up, because used to it was construction in the mornings, bike nights at night, and then Friday I'd work my construction. I'd have to go home, try to squeeze in an hour nap, drink a 5-hour energy, eat a Snickers bar, 2 double cheeseburgers and a Coke on my way to Southside Steve's. I'd get back to the hotel at 3 to 4 a.m. in the morning. I'd get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'd have to be at an event at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'd work all day, go get the hotel room again, try to squeeze in an hour nap, 5-hour energy shot. I'd pull through to McDonald's, eat 2 hamburgers, go back into Southside Steve's, get out of there at 4 a.m., get back to the hotel room, wake up Sunday morning, 8 a.m., and be right back doing another charity at 10 o'clock. And try to get home get home Sunday night, get enough sleep to be back doing construction Monday morning. And then people say that it takes hard work. Yeah, I know it takes hard work. I lived it. I know what it took to get there. That's why I looked like I had cancer, because I had went from 220 pounds to 210 to 190 to 165. and I look like walking death. But there's nothing I could do about it.
You were talking earlier about
I had to build this.
You were talking about working your ass off earlier. You didn't actually work it off. You just shifted it around to the front.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's where it is now. All right, brother, man. Let me get out of here. Holla if anything comes up.
Bye,
all right, man. Take care.
Take care, guys.
All right. See you later. All right, everybody. We're going to get out of here. It's just for fun in the friggin' morning.
Why does that have to be friggin' morning?
Just for fun in the morning?
Yes.
You put accent on it.
Just for fun in the morning.
Last time I went, I sharted.
Oh, my God. On that note.
Can't strain after coffee like that. Everybody have a great day.
Bye.
We'll see you guys later. Hey, and because we were saying we're going to wrap it up, I'm going to play the Fabulous Thunderbirds. Y'all will hear, by the way, the Fabulous Thunderbirds and Steve Winwood come across the radio station. And the reason I do that is my father died in 1999, and it was my real father's favorite music. So if you ever hear the Fabulous Thunderbirds, just know that goes out to my dad. When we lived in Myrtle Beach, my dad wanted to be the biggest pimp in the world. He was single. He'd have on, think of Magnum P.I. back in the hairy chest days. He'd have on his shirt and his gold necklaces and his shirt unbuttoned. And he had a 78 huge Lincoln Town car, white leather interior, white leather top, huge sunroof, navy blue. This thing's 20-something feet long, and he would just be cruising down the strip of Myrtle Beach playing Steve Winwood and the Fabulous Thunderbirds. So it's just kind of cool. It's cool just to pay a little respect to my dead father. So anyways, we're out of here, everybody. Here comes the Fabulous Thunderbirds. Would wrap it up. I figured since we were wrapping it up, it would go good. Everybody have a great day. We'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Later.
Later.
Later.